Welcome to Firebreathing Kittens, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I'm your Dungeon Master, and today we are joined by Amonust.
Hello, I am a level 10 wood elf fighter. I have a wolfhound beside me and twin swords strapped to my back that glow with blue and yellow energy.
Ooh. Crud Jr.
Hello, I am the only wizard you will ever need. I am I am dressed all in black. The only thing you can see are the red glowing eyes.
And Stephen Leostone.
Hi, I'm Steven. I am a gnome paladin. Super happy to join you guys. I wear a long pink scarf draped over my shiny golden armor, and the only thing shinier than my gear is my smile.
Aww. Oh dear.
Well, obviously you haven't seen my eyes yet.
Ooh, spooky.
You are all in the Firebreathing Kittens Guild Hall. The guild is a large building with a bar, a sitting area with wooden tables and chairs, and a wall with a corkboard and job flyers posted. A white square flutters on the corkboard. Outside, you hear the chatter of a street market.
A white square flutters?
That's different.
It's a piece of paper.
Somebody put their cocktail napkin on the board?
Well, that's happened before. Remember?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Is there writing on the piece of paper?
Yeah, it's a job flyer.
Okay.
You're probably going to have to go read it if you're that curious.
Yeah, thing is, guys, I'm 3'3", so if someone doesn't mind reaching up for me, I can't get up there.
Crud Jr. grabs you by the back of your armor and just lifts you so you can see it.
Oh, okay. And I'll read the paper, please.
Stephen reads, Pipaluk Yulayev of the Niqamui Opera House has posted the following. Find the person responsible for recording and distributing the Opera House's performances, and you will be rewarded with 10,000 gold.
Oh my.
That's a lot.
So, we're hunting down pirates.
Arr.
Should I feel a little bad that I am a pirate?
I think it's not the same kind of pirates, though. Those guys are bootleggers, and we don't like those.
No, I'm not that kind. But my character does have the pirate background.
Former pirate, reformed pirate, you're fine.
Wow, so you're all a bunch of sea people, huh? That's awesome! I've never been on a boat. I don't know how to swim.
Well, I was a captive. I had to learn.
That's awesome.
So, what do you think is our first place we should start here? Any ideas?
Well, I think the best way to catch a bootlegger, wouldn't that be to, catch them in the act? Maybe if we set up a show and we studied people as, the performance was ongoing, then we might be able to see who's recording.
That's a good point.
Or we could
Do
just...
we know where...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, do we know where the opera house is?
I just got here, so I don't, but I'm sure you guys are able to guide me.
Everybody roll a history check.
That's what we were waiting for.
I can do very, very easily.
13.
Oh, surprisingly 18.
You know a lot about this place for somebody who just showed up.
27.
Okay, so Amonust knows there is an opera house. Stephen has heard that it's downtown somewhere, and Crud Jr. has gone past it many times and recognizes the tall stone building every time he passes by.
Yeah, I got the GPS coordinates right here.
What's a GPS?
Groundhog Patrol Services. They go all throughout the city and make maps.
Well, that's one of them, but I was thinking more of the Grand Piano Services. Since we're going for the music people.
All right, well, you lead the way then. Let's head to the opera house.
And off we go.
All right.
They exit the guild hall, stepping out onto the cobbled streets outside. On the left, uphill, away from the ocean, is a street market, bustling with people, colors, and sounds and activities. On the right, on the cobbled street going downhill towards the ocean, is more and more dense buildings that, as they pack closer and closer together, form the downtown.
Amonust starts drifting off towards the market.
Crud Jr. grabs him by the scruff of his neck and throws him in his carriage.
Grapple check.
Okay.
Let's see, this is a strength, right?
Yeah, opposing strength check.
23.
All right. So, un momento. So strength, I rolled an 18, I have a +6, and I believe I also gained half of my proficiency bonus on this. So, 26.
26 is more than 23. As the DM, I should probably know how those numbers are calculated, but I don't off the cuff.
So they try to grapple, and Amonust ends up breaking the grapple hold and dragging Crud Jr. by the wrist towards the market.
Wow.
With only a +3, do a reverse grapple? I don't think so.
No? I think I won.
With a +3, you're not grappled, but both of you are standing there tensely. Steven, how do you react to this?
I'm sensing a lot of tension. I don't know these guys yet, so I don't know what their dynamic is. Seems very, so I'm just gonna try and go, hey guys, is everything okay? Do you need to talk it out?
He's my son. This is how this works.
Step.
Oh.
Step.
We both adopted you, thank you very much.
I was with real dad first.
Okay, that's a lot of tension, so I'm just gonna smile again, and alright guys, let's just hug it out, and then keep on going to the Opera House. If you want to check out the market, we can walk slowly, but we need to get over there. They need help.
Yes, I agree. Also, we're looking for a bootlegger, and there's this market that sprang up right here. I bet that we can find a bootlegger right over here.
That is so clever. Didn't even think of that. So, you seem to know a little bit more about the underworld of theater bootlegs. So maybe I should let you lead this investigation.
The last time we had that happen, we got lost in the woods for like 30 days.
Shush you.
You did get lost in I think...
Actually, I thought you were leading.
No.
Actually, weren't you?
That was you.
I think Borb was leading.
Oh, Borb. Yeah, Borb was leading. Okay, that's right.
He found food after a few days. He didn't starve to death.
Yeah, no, Borb was in charge of the food. You were in charge of where we were going.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. I think I just made the initial decision to walk there, which was, in hindsight, a mistake. Don't worry, we won't leave the city. The market is right there. You will be fine.
Steven is so confused.
I don't know what's going on, but these guys are so cool, and I'm so glad to be with them. There is no problem at all.
He's so energetic. All right, Steven, what do you say? You want to come check out this market, see if you find anything fishy?
Sure, I'm not really good at finding fishy people, though, so I think you should lean on that, but if you need help, I'll be right behind you, and a little bit lower.
Okay. Absolutely. You can assist with any searches. You have a different vantage point.
Yeah, exactly. I'll look at knees.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Not too closely. People might file complaints.
Oh, never that close, though. I am a good paladin, and I never check too close without consent.
Oh, my. All right.
Some people are facepalming. All right, so as the DM, I'll just ask the party, what are you doing?
I will follow Amonust's lead.
And I am marching towards this strange market that popped up right next to our guild hall.
It's the normal market. That's a few blocks away.
Still, let's go.
Okay.
Let's check it out. There might be shiny things.
And then Crud Jr., are you splitting the party?
Crud Jr. is very, very much considering just going back into the guild hall.
You can do that.
Yeah.
You have total free will over this episode. How I've designed it is that there's 2 branch points at each decision point, and that whatever branch you go on has 2 more branch points, and then kind of like a choose your own adventure story, you'll get to an ending, and I've written out all those endings beforehand. So which one you reach is up to you guys, not me. It's the opposite of a railroad. It's a choose your own finale, yeah.
For now, Crud Jr. will follow 30 feet behind. As he usually does.
So you're all going...
Towards the market.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, other than that, you need to be a heck of a lot more communicative than you are now.
I agree with that.
Communicative about what?
Hello, you just decided to walk off. Didn't say a word.
You'd think you'd be used to that by now.
One time I did that in Ireland because I was like, what are Irish libraries like? And I lost my people, and it turns out your cell phone doesn't work in Ireland. So, true story, you should be very communicative. All right. So, I've got the market description for you. The crowds press in close around you. This street market is packed with people. Colors and smells and sounds overwhelm you. Plates, lamps, rugs, shirts, sandals, incense, dresses, cupcakes, toys, books, and more fill the stalls around you, arranged on the stalls from down on the floor to up over your head. The stalls stretch to the left and to the right. On the left, a very large pig plays the bongos next to an arrow fletchery. He's doing a good job, and the beat is catchy. Here's a beat for you guys.
There's a drum playing pig. Wait, can I listen to that again? Sorry, I was too excited.
Okay.
That is catchy. I don't really dance, but I'm just gonna start like bobbing about. Like, ooh.
Yes, let's blend in. Amonust starts dancing his way through the market as well.
Crud Jr. blends into the shadows.
That works too. All right. So we're keeping an eye out as we move forward. Do we see anyone who's selling musical recordings?
What are you looking for?
I am looking through all of the stalls to see if there are anything that might be a recording playback. What do we play music on here? Records?
That's a good question, isn't it?
I'm gonna say records. I think we have records here. We're old school.
Amonust searches for a flat black disc, circular in size, with a hole in the middle.
You know, I come from a village of tinkerers. We're pretty good at, like, making little devices and stuff. And one thing I've heard about once was, like, wax cylinders that kind of turn and, like, sounds are, like, scratched on it. I'm not sure how that works. I've never made one myself, but maybe we might want to look for that. Like, it's like a candle, but bigger. Maybe that's a good start.
So we've got flat black discs, like a wax-colored cylinder. And Crud Jr., what are you looking for? And all of you, after Crud Jr. says what he's looking for, roll an investigation check.
Magic.
Okay. Do you have detect magic?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay.
Oh, that wasn't too good. So for my investigation, it is a 7.
A 7.
Do we use our passive perception if it's higher?
Well, not for investigation, no.
Oh, then 7.
Okay. So we've got 2 7s, and Crud Jr. casts detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
Crud Jr., you detect so much magic. Your full vision is filled with all the colors of the schools of magic. So there's 8 schools of magic: abjuration, conjuration, transfiguration, etc. And all of the colors of the 8 schools, like the 8 colors of the spectrum, are there? Roy, G, Biv. Okay, so roughly. It's like being blinded by that many colors all around you. The books are magical, the cupcakes are magical, the incense, the dresses, the sandals, the shirts, the lamps, the rugs, the plates, everything is magical.
Do the cupcakes have little arms and legs?
No, Pidge was not here.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have eaten that.
Can I ask is there someone near the pig playing the drums?
You don't want to talk to the pig?
Can I? Is the pig sentient?
He's playing drums. I mean...
All right, sure. I'll talk to the pig.
Okay. All right, so this is a little bit of a player challenge. You have to do something musical to interact with the pig, and if the pig likes your song, then... So you're gonna... There's a rhythm. You have to do something musical in that rhythm and roll a performance check to interact with this pig.
Okay. Who has seen the movie about the a cappella group that's all girls that goes to a competition against the all-boy group? That one. Are we allowed to say the movie title in this thing?
Yeah, you're allowed to say movie titles.
Okay. Who's seen Pitch Perfect?
I have.
You have? Okay.
Yeah, it was a very popular play in my village.
Yes, perfect. So this is also a fairly technologically advanced place. Like, we definitely have movies.
Oh yeah. Illusion is a school of magic. Why not?
So let's try layering some musical sounds over the backbeat as we sidle up to the pig and see if he likes it. So Amonust goes over and goes do 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 do. Come on, you know the line. Come on, right?
I'm more of a bass person, so I'll stand behind him. I'll stand behind Amonust and I'll go bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum. Hi, I'm Steven. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum.
Crud Jr.
Crud Jr. rolls his eyes.
Oh, come on. It's a party. He's playing music. Just enjoy it.
Get back to the tunes. Get back to the tunes. Whatever. Whatever. Whatever.
Does the pig seem interested?
Now, was that so hard, Crud?
So everyone roll your dice for your performance check with advantage because, yes, the DM likes your song. And let's see what the pig thinks.
Well, thank you for giving me advantage because the first roll was 6 and the second one was a 20.
19.
Nice. Natural 20?
Yep.
I got a 12.
And I got a 19.
All right. So with the initial notes, the pig starts playing those bongos louder. With the bass added, and then with the natural 20 of the whatever, the pig waits until you're done and then applauds. Good job.
Oh my god, guys, it's a pig applauding. It's so cute.
Oh, I guess that sounds a little bit like clippity-clop.
Yeah, what kind of sound does that make?
Clippity-clop. You've seen it in a Monty Python movie. All right. Okay. Passed. So I will read the next thing. The pig introduces himself as Charbel Eddingshausen and says, "What a wonderful song! I am Charbel Eddingshausen. What a lovely day it is, isn't it?"
It is indeed.
Whatever.
Charbel
No, that part's over.
sets the drums down and reaches behind. He's surrounded by drums and reaches behind him and says, "You seem like a musical bunch. Are you shopping for anything in music today?"
Well, yeah, actually, I heard there was like this great play going on at the Opera House, and we're very interested in. I mean, we can't afford a ticket right now. Don't look at my shiny golden armor. That's not a representative of my wealth. And yeah, we're kind of hoping to find maybe a little taste of what it's like to see the show or something. Do you know anyone who would have like notes about this?
Charbel the pig oinks and then says, "Yes, of course. Music is what I do. It's who I am." And he reaches behind the drums to pull out a little wooden box. This little wooden box, the lid opens. It's about the size of a nice jewelry case. And inside are 2-inch by 3-inch. I have described this later on. And that's the thing about not being a railroad is everything's kind of out of order. All right. So I'm holding up a picture so that my players can see it. Can you guys see that?
Okay.
How would you describe that?
A boogery-looking green stone.
Looks like
Would not have said better myself.
a green raisin.
A green raisin.
The wizard is slightly more cultured than the fighter.
Okay. I don't know where my description of it went, but I think I described it as a flat, leaf-like 2 to 3 inch glass stone type thing with warty bumps on it in a fractal pattern like leaf veins or a lightning bolt. A booger. It's a booger. So the box opens and you see these green bumpy stones, and Charbel says to you, "These are Tektite. They'll record any song You ask them to, and play it back for you.
Fascinating.
That sounds like exactly what we're looking for. Do you have any of them that have recordings already, or are these blank?
Oh no, they're all blank. It's kind of like a personal storage device, like for your memories, but for songs.
That's really clever. Very impressive.
Thank you. He snorts.
Amonust, can I talk to you for a second? And then I'll kind of reach up to
Sure.
grab his wrist, and I'll pull him just a little bit further back so the pig doesn't hear. Okay, so I have a feeling maybe who we're looking for bought one of those devices from him. So I don't know if you're good at that, but maybe we can sort of try and ask him about like his past clients or something. I think it sounds suspicious, so we have to be careful how to word it.
Absolutely. So you're not thinking it's the pig itself, right? That's like sneaking in because people don't know he's sentient and...
I mean, if he doesn't want people to know he's sentient, playing the drums in the street was a very unwise choice for him.
No, I mean when he goes to the... Like if he walks on all fours and acts like a regular pig.
In the opera house?
When he goes to the opera house, yes.
Wow, you are so judgy today.
It's like a pig.
I don't know if livestock wander around this city. Some cities are like that.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
both options are possible. Maybe it's him itself, but I asked about the show at the Opera House. He didn't seem to want to...
To sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we should look
Agreed.
into, like, who he shopped with before, or if you'd like, maybe he keeps records. Maybe somebody more sneaky can try and put their hands on that.
Oh, I can do that. We can also do an insight check as well to see if we believe the pig. And if all else fails, Crud Jr. does have a spell that makes people kind of obey whatever command they're given.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that.
not too sure I'm comfortable about that. Let me see.
I wasn't comfortable. I almost died.
Oh, you were fine.
Right. When you were poisoned, and then he was like, you're not.
Yes, and I walked around believing I was not poisoned as I slowly died.
It worked out.
You didn't die at all. 10 minutes later,
Not
you were
really.
fine.
It was really strange. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't prepare any sort of magics for today that would be good for this. So whatever you think is the best approach, I'll help out.
Perfect. I like a stepwise approach. Well, go ahead and take the lead. This is your interrogation.
All right, so I can be pretty distracting if I want to, so I'll try and keep him occupied.
And if you can get him to pull out a list of records, then if you draw his attention away, I'll snag it.
All right, okay. For the record, I'm not very comfortable with stealing, so whatever we find in that ledger, we put it back right after, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Crud Jr. looks at his fingers to see if they're crossed.
They're not.
Okay.
So I'll clunk my big golden armor up to the pig again. So, hi. So those devices that you sell, the ones that record songs, how much do you sell them for?
Charbel says, the price? Oh, well, I have a fair more of these available than I used to. They used to be legendary items, 100,000 gold each, but for the past months, they don't seem to be moving at the same rate they were before, not commanding the same price, I might have to discontinue them and get rid of this stock that I have now for lower price. For now, let's say I sell you this to you at a discounted price. What do you say to 25,000 gold?
25,000 gold. Is that for the whole stock or just for one of them?
For one. It's a legendary item at quite the deal. Legendary items, by the way, just for your in-world knowledge, are normally 100,000 gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What have ye? And looks at you hopefully.
I don't carry that kind of money around with me, but I'll definitely consider it. That is quite the bargain. Have you been able to make any sales recently? Because, with a deal like that, I would think people would line up for your contraptions here.
The pig throws his hoof in the air and leans his head back and says, I know, right? And then puts his hands down and leans in conspiratorially to you and says, I should be selling a bunch of these, don't you think?
And you don't?
No, the sales are way down. I'm going to have to discontinue this item.
That's sad. And why aren't they selling just as well? Do you have any sort of competition? Did somebody bring out the same item but white and then it just sells more?
Ones that don't look like boogers.
Yeah, like
grunts.
the eye boogers.
The eye booger. He grunts and snorts, makes a little pig unhappy sound, and his little pig ears flop sadly at the side of his pig head. He says, I don't know. That's okay. The bongos are still selling good.
Glad to hear the bongos are working. So when was your last sale?
3 months ago.
3 months ago. Must have been quite the music lover. We're kind of in a bit of a club. We like to get together and talk about music. Would you have any sort of records of that person or like contact information? If they bought one from you 3 months ago, they must have a huge supplies of songs that they've recorded already. I'd love to talk to them.
The pig shrugs and says, I don't keep track of my customers. They bought it for me in this market, though. He looks around. They're probably in Niqamui, but I don't keep records of who I sell to.
Okay. With big items like that, that's one thing I'd like to do, but I understand that. You must be really busy. So you don't keep records.
I don't keep the contact information of the people I sell items to. That's correct.
Do you remember his description? Or her?
If you're curious enough, they'll bring out their sales book and you'll see bongo, 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 crystal, bongo, bongo, bongo. And the crystal sold 3 months ago for 100,000 gold and none since then. And before 3 months ago, it looked like they were selling pretty regularly. It was a good item to keep in stock.
Okay. So something happened and your sales stopped. Do you know if you have any competitors that deal in music items as well?
The pig shrugs. I don't know.
All right.
I think they're great, though, don't you? You definitely want one, don't you? Yeah?
I fully want one. I do need to get to the bank first. Like I said, I don't carry that sort of gold in my pockets. But I'm definitely interested. You know what? One thing we might want to do is some sort of, market study. I'm super interested in this. So maybe I can, I'll be happy to ask around for you. Maybe see if why people don't buy it as much. Or maybe if they get their music items from someplace else. Would you like me to ask around for you?
Sure. He does a little pig oink and shakes her hand. Gnome Paladin.
All right. Yeah, my name's Steven. So nice to meet you, Mr.
Charbel Eddingshausen. It was nice to meet you too.
Great. So I'll leave with my friends and we'll start asking around to see if we can find a reason for these low sales. All right?
He oinks.
Okay. And then I'll grab Amonust's hand again and pull him out once more. Okay, so I'm out of ideas now. They don't keep records the way I thought.
Apparently not.
He's a terrible salesman.
Yeah, that's the big... You'd think you'd keep receipts on things that cost 100,000 gold.
Yeah.
You did not ask how much his bancos were.
He must be very rich. So,
okay.
I wonder... I mean, he must have competitions. I don't understand why sales will stop all of a sudden unless somebody pulled out a newer, shinier version of it somewhere down the street or something.
Well, now we know what recording devices look like.
Yeah.
Shall we investigate for small crystals in boxes?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to go. I agree with that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, 100,000 gold a pop, that's kind of expensive to sell a song at.
I wonder if the new person is selling them significantly cheaper, which is why no one's buying them here anymore.
Probably. And if they try to be discreet about their bootlegging, then, selling at lower prices might allow them to avoid any sort of suspicion. Okay, so I guess we should look around or maybe ask around for some of these devices.
Well, let's also keep an eye out for any kind of shops or stalls that seem to involve music, and we can talk to those proprietors as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Amonust is going to investigate. Oh, I rolled a 19 for musical-looking stalls or shops, and anything that looks kind of like the crystals that the pig had.
Amonust got a 19. Stephen and Crud Jr., what are your numbers for investigation?
Oh, let's see. Oh, that was a 20 of the dirty kind.
18.
Charbel Eddingshausen is the only musical vendor you see today.
Interesting.
All right, well, we have a little bit of information already. Should we check out the Opera House next?
Okay.
Maybe we can see if there's a little bit more going on.
Also, does anybody have criminal contacts as one of their abilities?
No, I don't. Sorry about that. I'm pretty famous where I'm from. Usually rural people know me and they like me quite a bit, but criminals, I don't deal with those. They don't like me very much.
Okay.
Paladin.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Stephen to
Paladin.
that was really more directed at Crud Jr. No? Okay. Yeah, I don't have that ability either. Okay.
It's okay. We don't need bad people to figure this out. We're smart enough. Let's go.
All right. Lead the way.
I pull Amonust to the Opera House.
What's Crud Jr. doing?
Oh, wait, Crud Jr., you need to tell me where it is, though.
Crud Jr. is following 30 feet behind, just giggling under his breath while he tries to lead us.
Make a... so this is a D&D thing that navigation is under the survival skill. So, Stephen, please make a survival check to see if you can find the Opera House.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 12.
Well, you make it downtown, but once you're there, there's a lot of big buildings. What do you do?
Guys, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I don't think I know where I am now. I haven't been to this part of town yet. Crud.
Hey, Crud Jr.
After a couple after a couple hours of them just wandering around, Crud Jr. will go, oh, there it is.
Ooh.
What does it look like?
The stone Opera House building is immensely tall. Each story is twice the height of your average bugbear. Walking under the marble arches, you enter through glass doors in an open lobby filled with the yellow candle light of chandeliers. Red all-around seating, decorative furniture dots the room. A tabby cat is curled up comfortably on a red cushion, supervising the goings-on. A purple bipedal rabbit stands in line at a booth that is labeled tickets on the back wall.
Oh my god, guys, there's a cat! It's so cute! Can I go to the cat?
You can go to the cat.
Hello, kitty. How are you? And I'm just going to try and scratch the top of his head or her head.
Which of your skills are you going to use?
I just want to be friendly with it, so...
I think there's a handle animals skill.
Oh, yeah definitely.
Yeah.
There is one, and I'm really good at that. So let's see if that works. That is a 16.
A 16's pretty high. You properly hold your hand out so that the cat can sniff you first, and then it rubs its head against your hand and wants scritches.
Oh, guys, it likes me! Alright, and then I would like to cast a spell. So I just mother something very quickly, and my eyes glow pink for a moment as I cast Speak with Animals, which lasts for 10 minutes and lets me comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts.
Okay. Did you use a spell slot to do that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. The cat opens her mouth and
Speaks normally?
Speaks normally.
Oh, so there's this awkward...
Is this a tabaxi?
It's a cat.
So it's this awkward moment where I meow at the cat and they reply in common?
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's not awkward. It's just that you speak so many languages, so it's good. Do you want to just talk in cat to her? Because she does also speak cat.
Yeah, I'll speak in cat. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste of magic.
So he says meow, and she says meow back and says, "Welcome to the Opera House."
Meow, meow. Thank you very much for welcoming me here. This is a great opera house, meow.
Thank you. I try my best.
Do you have a lot of visitors here, meow?
Yes, it's very busy. A little bit less so recently.
less so recently. What happened? Is it because you don't have a popular show? What's going on?
Ticket sales have been down for the past month. Not sure why.
That's unfortunate. It's such a great theater and great spot. Meow.
Meow, meow, she says back in cat, I guess.
You know, I've heard something about people selling bootlegged recordings of performances. Do you think that might have something to do with the lack of sales?
Make a persuasion check, and she's going to look at you suspiciously.
Suspiciously, but I'm so nice.
Yeah. Well, your persuasion check should be good then.
While you do that, I'm going to look at the flyer and look, is there a name of somebody as a contact on that flyer?
Yes, there is.
What was
Did
the
anybody
name?
write it down?
I didn't. I got very excited and I ran out the door.
Pipaluk Yulayev.
Pipluk. That persuasion...
The job flyer said, Pipaluk Yulayev of the Niqamui Opera House has posted the following. Find the person responsible for recording and distributing the Opera House's performances, and you will be rewarded with 10,000 gold.
All right. So that persuasion, by the way, was a 25.
Oh, okay. All right. For 25, she understands that you're coming from a place of wanting to protect the Opera House, not trying to sell her one. And she goes... Yes, I have hired the Firebreathing Kittens Guild to work on this, but I don't know what the problem could be.
Oh, well...
Is your name Pipalov?
You hear meow, 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 meow.
Yes, that's her name.
Actually, Amonust and Crud Jr., you hear meow, 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 meow from Stephen, the gnome paladin, and the cat is purring back at him as he pets it. And that's all you guys see. So that's the only information you have to act on up until this point. He's petting a cat and meowing at it. What do you do?
I turn around and give them the thumbs up, like, it's going well, guys! And then I turn around and meow again.
So, other dad, it looks like we have another one.
Another one what?
Insane member.
It's not that bad.
He's talking to cats.
Because cats are awesome!
Oh, you're not in this. You're over there talking to the cat. Shush!
We frequently talk to cats. Remember, Azarine's a cat. We like her. Come on.
She's a tabaxi.
You did just talk to a pig.
Different.
Okay. So, when she mentions that she hired the fire-breathing kitten, I don't think...
Hold on. I'm going to see what they're doing, because that probably took some time. So,
Sorry.
Amonust and Crud Jr., how do you react?
We just did.
Honestly, I'm pretty chill with it. I'm just going to sit back and watch, and I am at the ready to flash my Firebreathing Kittens Guild tattoo.
All right. Oh, which is tattoo to wear?
It's like right here on my hip.
Okay. Crud Jr., where's yours again?
Mine magically appears out of my chest when I want it to.
Like the Superman S?
Yeah, it's just emblazed in red.
Okay. All right. Steven, they are waiting as you talk to this cat.
Okay. Well, when she mentions that she hired the fire-breathing kitten, I don't see why I would hide that from her, so I'll just say, oh, what a coincidence, we are the fire-breathing kittens. Amonust, come here! And then I pull him, and then I lift his shirt so she can see the tattoo.
It's actually a bit lower. Amonust pulls down his waistband so his hip is showing.
See? Fire-breathing kitten.
Crud Jr., Steven just pulled Amonust over and pulled his pants down a little bit to a cat to show the tattoo. What do you do?
Crud Jr.'s just sitting there going, yep, my thoughts were right.
A normal day for the fire-breathing kittens. She sees the tattoo, Amonust and Steven. She says, you're here. Perfect. She stands up. She had been curled comfortably on the red cushion and hops down past the bipedal bunny who's buying tickets from a caracal feline humanoid. That's a tabaxi, where they're like person-sized. Ticket seller. Okay. Pipaluk, the tabby cat, hops off the red cushion and bounds down a hallway. Do you all follow the cat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It seems safe enough.
30 feet behind.
Okay. She steps swiftly down the hallway, up 2 flights of stairs, and down another hallway. You catch up to her just as she suddenly hesitates, stopping and turning her head to look back at you. Your dull human ears pick up the sound of a woman angrily screaming. I knew it was you! You hear, and sounds of rage.
Pipluck, do you know who's screaming like that? Is that a performer?
Pipluck bounds quickly forward, saying, in common, Valentina! And dashes forward.
Alright, well, I guess I'll follow. Somebody might be in trouble.
Stephen also dashes forward. Amonust and Crud Jr.?
I dash forward as well.
30 feet.
Okay. You see two ladies screaming at one another, and the cat runs up to them and puts her front paws on a leg, trying to diffuse their tensions, but these two divas are going at it. One is, the one screaming, is, have you ever seen That Time I Got Reincarnated into a Slime? She has a horn coming out of her forehead, like a unicorn, but not as long, and lavender or a light purple colored hair. She's the angry one, and she's screaming at a person who looks very frail and shy. She looks like Aries from the anime fairy tale. She's got pink hair and fluffy white, like a humanoid lamb, where her dress is very, very white and fluffy and soft. But a normal human body. She's just wearing a white dress. But she looks totally like frail and innocent and pure and small and definitely being screamed at by the purple-haired lady with the unicorn horn. She's screaming, I knew it was you!
Amonust steps forward and says, what's going on?
The purple-haired woman whips her head at you and says, this is not the time for fans. I will sign your autographs later. There are two doors with a yellow star on them across the hallway from one another. One says Salma Del Medigo, and the other says Valentina Theveno.
Okay.
Amonust turns to Stephen and says, this would be the prima donna then. Very quietly, so they can't hear.
Yeah, I kind of figured that too. Actually, ladies, though we are fans, we're not here for autographs. We were hired by Miss Pipluck. And it seems like there's a bit of trouble here. Do you need help with anything? What happened? What are you accusing her for? Or of, sorry.
She stole my song, and she released it to everyone. The purple-haired lady points at the bashful, lamb-like lady. Valentina points at Salma.
Oh, I see. I can understand why that would be problematic. Are you sure it's her?
Of course it's her. Who else would benefit? If I go down, she becomes the star. And, so here's the thing about bards from the College of Glamour. Let me just read this because I don't use this spell very often. Valentina screams at Salma, I knew you did it. And Salma says, it wasn't me. And then Valentina says, well, why don't we have a fight by proxy and we'll find out. I challenge you to combat. And Salma says, we can't fight by proxy. That's crazy. We'll get caught. And Valentina says, we've got proxies right here. Who's going to know? And Selma says, don't do this, Valentina.
Does she mean us when she says proxies?
Stephen, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this, wait, let me see, because I'm quite magical and I'm really good at defending myself against stuff. So let me double check. Yeah, well, I have my regular aura, which protects me a little bit more. Okay, that doesn't help me at all. Oh, I don't have the other one yet. Okay, so I'll just do this wisdom save. And, that's the thing, it's not because I'm a paladin, it's because I'm a gnome, so I'm pretty good at defending myself against magic. Okay, and it's a wisdom save. Ooh, that's a 21.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. She looks at you disgusted. Amonust, please make a wisdom saving throw.
I thought you might pick me. All right.
Amonust, you were next to me, right?
Yes.
So you can add 3 to that roll.
Oh, okay. Let's see. That's the roll then was a 14. Wisdom is +0, but is this one of the ones that I get to strength, dex, and con? No. So that is a 14. Does that fail?
That does fail.
Then I am
Amonust.
going to use Indomitable.
Okay.
Once per long rest, I may re-roll a failed saving throw. I roll again, and this time I get a 17.
Also a failure.
Oh!
17, was that with my bonus?
Yes.
Oh.
Wisdom is not my thing.
Amonust, you are dominated.
Yeah, I am.
She commands
Death
you.
by Snoo Snoo.
What?
Death by Snoo Snoo.
She commands you to draw both swords.
Amonust's hands shaking reach up behind him and draw both of his swords.
Hey, lady.
And attack Stephen.
What? Hey, lady, that's not very nice.
I'm just attacking?
Yeah, you're gonna fight Stephen. And Valentina says, challenge! Let's fight. Come on, let's fight this out. Whoever is the better bard will win. I will remain the top lady on the stage. And Salma goes, oh my gosh. And she goes, you guys, please don't hurt each other. And that is where we are going to take a break for part 1 of the Fire-Breathing Kittens. We've got Amonust attacking Stephen and Crud Jr. You're just like standing there in shock.
No, I think more Crud Jr. is settling in to watch, really. With a, you can tell by the twinkle in his eye that this is fun.
Oh, okay. Well, Crud Jr. will watch the challenge by proxy. Joining us this time were Crud Jr.
Oh, ho, ho. Get other dad. Get other dad.
Okay. Amonust. And Stephen.
That's not how I wanted to start my first mission.
Bye-bye. We hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Fire-Breathing Kittens podcast. Please leave us a review on iTunes.com. You can subscribe to receive new episodes through your podcast player or by visiting firebreathingkittenspodcast.com or finding us on YouTube. Can you think of someone who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. We don't pay to advertise this show, so the only way we can grow is through the support of listeners like you. Thank you. Welcome back to Fire-Breathing Kittens. Joining us this time are Crud Jr.,
We about to get lit up in here.
Stephen Leostone,
I really don't want to do this.
and Amonust. Everybody, please roll a dice. A d20.
Okay.
6.
Just straight dice? Is it initiative?
A d20.
Okay.
16.
5.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I roll it too. All right. I'm like, wait, what do I do? All right, so I rolled it. I don't know what number was on top. What was that?
3.
Someone say it. 3. Okay. So, wait, who was the closest to 3?
That would be...
I had 5.
Yeah.
Stephen Leostone, please tell us what happened last time.
Oh, we were invited to investigate at the Opera House because somebody had been recording performances and selling the songs, which is really bad. We don't like that. We went to the market where we met with a drum-playing pig who showed us the devices that are used to record performances. They're kind of little boxes with some sort of booger-looking magical leaf. And once we discovered that, we went to the Opera House where we met the person who hired us, Piplup the cat. Piplup took us to the 2 divas in the Opera House who were having a big fight over, I think one of the 2 divas, Valentina, accused Salma of stealing her song and selling it, which is also bad. And they decided that they would have a fight by proxy, or Valentina decided for the both of them that they would have a fight by proxy to determine who gets to keep the song. And she dominated my new buddy Amonust to start this fight by proxy. And I don't like that.
Anybody have anything to add?
I can't talk right now.
Oh,
Finally. No, I'm kidding.
that brings us to where we are. Amonust has been dominated by Valentina. Everybody, please roll initiative.
12.
17.
That is a dirty 20.
Crud Jr., with your unnatural 20, you go first. What do you do?
Sit back and watch.
Okay, Amonust, you have 2 swords out, and you've been commanded by Valentina to attack Steven, the gnome paladin. It's your turn.
All right, so I guess I better start rolling. Let's see, my plus to hit it's 11. Okay, so
It's been nice knowing you, Steven.
I'll be fine, I swear.
first one is a 23.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And the next one is more than that. Oh, the last one is a 21.
Okay, I'm fine.
All right, and so all those hit, and total damage is 27. Of note, the swords are not glowing with energy right now.
You've been dominated and commanded, so you would use the glowing and you would use your action surge. That's just how...
I was not told to ignite the swords. There's a command word that was not spoken.
All right, he's resisting. He's resisting as much as he can against Valentina, but his will is not high enough.
27 damage.
Ow!
Slash.
Steven, it's your turn.
Okay, that was super mean, and I don't like that.
There's a look of resistance on Amonust's face as he's like turning his head to the left, but his body walks forward and strikes you with his unlit swords.
Don't I get to roll another wisdom saving throw every turn
Nope.
to break free of this? No? Okay.
The spell is Dominate Person. It's a 5th level bard enchantment. Bards! Steven, it's your turn.
Alright, well, let's not waste time trying to fight him. He's pretty tough, so I'm just gonna raise my shield to try and defend myself a little bit more. And I'm gonna throw him a Dispel Magic. So my eyes glow pink for just a moment once again. And I have to roll because it's a high level thing, but I'm gonna try and get rid of that Dominate right away. And I think I did it. I rolled a 16.
Okay, read the spell.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, I must make an ability check using my spell casting, which is Charisma for me. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. Yeah, I rolled a 16 and it's a 5th level spell, I think you said, so it ends.
Yeah. Amonus, you're no longer dominated.
Yes, and then...
Thank you.
If it's still my turn, I'll just turn to the lady and look at her straight in the eye. I'm like, okay, so that was really mean, and I don't like it. Please stop right away.
All right. What skill are you using to talk to her?
I'm gonna try and intimidate her into calming down with the spells.
Because you just instantly broke her spell. Like that.
Exactly.
Okay. The cat, Pipalook, is going to help you by saying, "What are you doing in this hallway? I am the master of the opera house. You shall stop at once." You get advantage. It's the help action. Also, the cat sounds like an old lady.
Okay.
And the help action means you can roll twice and take the higher number.
Yeah. That's not so good. It's not so bad. It's a 15 intimidation.
Okay, I'm going to roll... What do you roll against intimidation? I keep forgetting.
Whatever you think is best.
Constitution?
Charisma saving roll?
Yeah, it could be a charisma save.
Okay, she does have a +5 to that, so that failed. Bards, they're very charismatic.
Yeah, that was a sad attempt. Sorry about that.
Know. I'm sure I didn't roll the right thing as well. Rules. I should look them up. Or you guys can comment them and I'll learn them. Anyway. So, she's not intimidated. Now it is Pipalook's turn. So, Pipalook, the cat, is going to run forward to Valentina and put her paws up on her leg, and sort of like a cat is stretching up to be picked up, and says, "Valentina," in common out of her cat mouth. She says, "Stop this at once." And that was what she did to help you. It's then Valentina's turn. Valentina's going to try to, at 6th level, dominate Crud Jr. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Well,
she says out loud.
This is not going to end well.
And Crud Jr., you were 30 feet back, right?
Yes.
So you do not
The range
get...
is 60 feet.
Yeah, but at 30 feet, he doesn't get my aura bonuses. Sorry, Crud.
Don't apologize to me. You should be apologizing to yourselves. Wisdom saving throw. That's a 9.
Oh, that fails. So you're now dominated, and you have a telepathic link with Valentina. You feel her fury that her song was released. It's clearly Salma, her understudy, who did this because only she would benefit. And you hear the command of attack Salma.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Who, to remind you all, is the pink-haired person. If she won't fight by proxy, then just take her out. I can modify the memories later, says this diva.
Okay, well, is it Crud Jr.'s turn?
She's very mad. Yeah. After Valentina is Salma. Salma is like, oh no. Salma's gonna scream and cower. She's so frail. This is like Aries from Fairy Tale. She's a pink-haired, thin, frail girl wearing like a fluffy white dress. She didn't know this was coming today. She looks a little shocked. You guys, she looks like this is not how her day was supposed to go.
I don't think anybody thinks that's how their day is supposed to go.
And she's going to plead at Valentina and say, Valentina, it wasn't me. I love your songs. I would never challenge you. You're the best leading lady. And she's going to make a persuasion check with disadvantage. She's a bard, so it did take her roll in that 5 there to get a 10. Okay. Valentina screams back, you've been after me since the beginning. And then Crud Jr., it's your turn.
Crud Jr. yells, sorry. And then he yells, immolation, and casts immolation. So I will mark off that spell, and she has to make a dex save.
Okay. What does a 16 get her?
It's a fail.
Oh, she fails?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me roll up this damage real quick.
Uh-oh. Salma.
Do bards have a lot of HP?
Thankfully, it's only a D6. But there's 7 of them. That's going to be 30 fire damage. And
oh my
she's
gosh.
on fire.
Wow.
And she's going to continue taking damage until she can succeed on the save.
Okay. She went down real far in her hit points, shall I say, and starts screaming, and Valentina's cackling, and Pipalook is freaking out. Pipalook runs down the hallway. For help.
Does she sound like a soprano opera singer when she screams? I think you need to demonstrate this.
I'm a little concerned about how much you're enjoying this. Yes and no, I will not. She is a soprano. All right. They're both sopranos. I
was imagining like the war cry from the dresser in Beauty and the Beast, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these two are based on the rival sopranos of the 1880s to 1910 period, where before the Phantom of the Opera book was written, where there were these two like famous, like Christine from the Phantom of the Opera was Christine, like a real opera singer in real life. Mm-hmm. So they hated one another apparently. Anyway, she's screaming. Amonust, it's your turn after Crud Jr. What do you do?
I'm still trying to resist, so I am only doing what I'm commanded to do. Oh, no, wait, I'm not. I'm broken. Ha, that's right.
Steven threw off your domination.
Okay, so I wonder if I can distract... or actually, I take my flask of whatever it is, of ever-producing water or whatever that is, and I point it towards the diva that's on fire, and I douse her with water. Okay.
So basically, you're giving her another saving throw, sort of? Or how would we...
It's magical water.
I would hope that would be even a little
magical
bit...
fire. It can't be put out by water.
Can it not?
Read this flask thing that you have. What is it?
It just produces... Well, it can produce any kind of water.
And Crud Jr., look up the rules for what happens when... Like, if an immolated person was to jump in a pool or something, like what would happen to them?
You can use an action to remove the stopper and speak one of 3 command words, whereupon an amount of fresh water or salt water, your choice, pours out of the flask. The water stops pouring at the start of your next turn, or earlier if chosen.
What's the amount?
It can do up to 30 gallons.
Okay. The spell card specifically says these magical flames cannot be extinguished through non-magical means.
Ooh, so Amonust, you do that, and 30 gallons of water comes out, and for some reason these magical flames cannot be extinguished by, and what was it saying, non-magical means?
Through non-magical means, yes.
Now, this is magic water, though. Amonust, is it a magic item?
It is. It is not common. It is uncommon level, wondrous item, which I think means it has to have some magic, correct?
I don't know, what does the term wondrous mean? It is magical? Is that what that means? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's
Steven is saying yes,
small,
mutedly. Are you muted?
It's a small decanter.
I'm not muted. Just don't like speaking over other people. But
Okay.
it's wondrous, meaning it's magic.
No, it says that
Okay,
it
so
means the item is magic. It doesn't say what it produces is magic. Does it say that it produces magic water or just water?
Ooh.
No, it says it produces fresh or salt water.
Not magic water. Good point. Okay, well, if you ever take your flask and smack it into an enemy, it's going to do magic bludgeoning damage.
If I pass it over a frosty magical sword, does that make it magical water?
No, but your sword is magical. Do you want to chop at the flame? I don't know how to help you here.
Can I do it? Can I do it in a way that doesn't harm the person?
No, it was a joke, man.
Like if I just tap her with it, I don't know.
I think if you make Crud Jr. fall unconscious, it's a concentration spell, right?
It is.
Okay, so concentration means that if you break his concentration, then the spell dissolves.
Well, then I
dissipates?
point the geyser at his face.
Well, for this turn, you learned that it didn't put the fire out.
Okay, fine.
For next turn, you can try to... Steven, Amonust pointed his magical geyser at her and she didn't go out. What do you do?
Oh boy. Everybody wants to hurt each other. I don't like this.
Divas being divas.
Yeah. So in this sort of beautiful mind moment where Steven imagines equations in his brain and tries to figure out what to do, he's...
Like that meme where there's numbers floating in the air around your head?
Exactly. Steven tries to figure it out. He is not the best strategist. But yeah, no choice. I'm gonna run up to Valentina and try to break her concentration by bashing her on the knee with my Morning Star.
Well.
And it's this sort of like, I really don't want to do this, and then I hit. So I'm gonna swing my Morning Star once. It is a 13 to hit her.
A 13 does not hit.
Oh, dang. So I'm gonna try again. It is a 20 of the natural kind.
Oh my, yeah, that hits. That's a crit.
That is a crit, and can I please dump some of my radiant powers in that hit as well?
Yeah. The Morning Star glows with a holy light.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a lot of hurt for that woman, and hopefully that'll be enough to break that concentration.
If Dominate Person is a concentration spell.
Oh, dang. Completely forgot about that. Too late
Well,
now.
she can't give commands if she's unconscious, right?
Exactly.
Oh.
So,
Just do non-lethal damage.
all right. So that was that's 11 piercing damage plus 9, 16, plus 21 radiant. So that's 32 total, if I know how to count.
32 total. Okay, she is still up. She looks pretty damaged.
Okay.
Math.
I'm sorry
She
I had
looks
to do it.
about as damaged as Selma.
Good to know. So I just look at her. I look up at her face because she's medium sized. I'm like, I didn't want to do this. I'm really sorry. You have to stop now. This makes no sense at all.
Okay, make
And-
a persuasion check on that.
Thank you.
And since she lost half her hit points in one turn, you get advantage.
Yeah. You said persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 19.
Okay, and then she's gonna, again, with her persuasion, she got a 9 on the dice, which gives her a 14 overall. He's making victory. She drops her dominate person on Crud Jr. and holds her knee in pain.
That's right.
Making a diva soprano scream. Selma, is she still on fire, Crud Jr.?
No, as soon as the dominate spell drops, he stops concentration on the spell and she goes out.
Okay. All right. Selma drops to her knees and like starts immediately patting her face. She's quite vain and she's like rubbing healing potions into it just like you would smooth away. As she rubs her hand over the burn, it like goes to being fresh, beautiful skin again. She's like, oh God, fix that. I gotta get my face on. Whew. She rubs healing salve all over her face. Now it is Valentina's turn. I'm going to make her do a basic intelligence check.
Because these have always turned out great.
Now, she rolled an 8 on the dice and has a +0, which means she's not very smart at this moment.
Told you.
Hey, sometimes they realize to stop fighting. She's going to continue doing something. The question is what? She can command you guys real well. She can dominate you. She can cast Friends. Yeah. She's going to cast Vicious Mockery on Salma. So Vicious Mockery is a bard spell where they unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments on a creature they see within range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 of psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. So she screams some things that I can't repeat on air, but she's super upset. And poor Salma takes 4 more damage.
So I have a question.
You're so ugly, you can never go on stage now. Yeah.
So the two ladies, were they close to each other when they started arguing and stuff?
Emotionally, no. Physically, yes.
Physically, yes. And when I ran up to Valentina, does that mean I was 10 feet away from Salma?
Yeah.
Okay. Since we were all trying to defend her, am I able to consider her an ally so she benefits from my shiny aura of awesomeness?
Yes.
All right.
What does that do?
That will give her a +3 on that wisdom save.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So she gets a +3, and she also gets resisted to damage from spells. So whatever she takes will be half of that.
Okay. She passes her wisdom saving throw.
So she's fine. Okay.
Doesn't take any psychic damage or have disadvantage on the next attack roll. So because of you being near her, you say that. What do you say to her?
It's fine, lady. We got this.
Or like, your face is healing nicely. No one will know. Yeah. All right. And then it's Pipiluk's turn. Pipiluk runs back up with all the people who are in the lobby. A caracal feline humanoid and a small purple rabbit humanoid. And they run up and they say, girls, stop. Now with the crowd, Valentina is no longer wanting to attack. And Pipiluk the cat, the tabby cat, says, it is time for some counseling. We need to chat this out. Everyone here, come, because I guess the crowd is kind of like guarantee that they won't keep fighting. We're gonna talk this out. The third door past their door has a star on it that is currently being changed over to another one, so that one's empty. Pipiluk walks towards the door and it opens for her. She has mage hand. And she says, everyone, come, it is time for a therapy session. Amonust, Crud Jr., Steven, Valentina, and Salma, and also Gnome, the purple bipedal rabbit, and Petra, the caracal feline humanoid. All of you are going into that dressing room. You're invited. Do you go in?
Yeah, of course, we need this. And I'm gonna grab Crud Jr. by the bottom of his robes and grab Amonust by the wrist, and we need this too, guys. And I'll bring them in there.
It wasn't my fault. I was dominated.
What follows is that you all sit around in a circle. There are chairs in this room. And do you all sit in a chair?
Sure.
Yeah, I need a little bit of help to get on the chair if it's human-sized, but I get on it.
You're like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're on it. Your legs are swinging above the ground. One of the chairs has just a normal tabby cat sitting on it. And Pipaluk says to everybody, "It's been quite stressful in the Opera House recently, hasn't it? Ticket sales are down." Petra, the ticket seller, nods. "Our fans are fewer in number." Gnome is bewildered. He's a bipedal rabbit. He's like, what? He does not know what's going on. "And our stars are getting antsy." Valentina and Selma, well, Valentina's like, and Selma nods. "We need to find out why ticket sales are down and fix this opera house. But before we can, we need to get along because we're friends." Valentina's nose is turned up in the air and her arms are crossed across her chest. And she goes, "She's not my friend. She's my understudy." And Selma goes, "I don't know why you hate me so much. I wouldn't have sold your song." They're going to have a little chat. And while they're chatting, everyone's mellowing out. You're not in battle anymore. The room is a calm place. There's some crying. Selma talks about how she would never try to hurt Valentina. She looks up to her so much. She admires what a good singer she is and how beautiful her voice is. She's so beautiful. And Valentina likes the flattery. She is beautiful, yeah. And remembers how Selma is kind of like the little sister she never had. She's trying to train her, and maybe they can do a duet one day.
Duets are cool. They're the most powerful musical numbers.
Yeah. And now everyone in the room is getting along again. The cat's still in therapist mode and turns to Amonust and Crud Jr. and says, "You two were so quick to fight. Is everything okay?"
She cast a spell on me. I had no choice.
Well, I'm the newest addition here, and I feel like there were some unresolved tensions earlier, so I think we really should talk about it. Listen to Pipluck. She's very insightful, it seems, and we need to get over this.
Pipaluk says, "Oh, did something happen between you earlier today? Were you not getting along before this?"
They grappled each other.
It does unfortunately happen a lot. We have a very strained relationship.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I feel like I try to be a good father to Crud Jr. and watch out for him and try to help him and protect him and guide him as he becomes an adult. But I don't know. Our relationship has always been so strained.
She turns to Crud Jr. and she says, "Why did you grapple Amonust?"
Pass.
No, that's not very nice. We're trying here.
I have no doubt that you are bored senseless by therapy, the same way I'm bored when I brush my teeth and wipe my ass. Because the thing about repairing, maintaining, and cleansing is that it's not an adventure. There's no way to do it so wrong that you might die. It's just work. And the bottom line is, some people are okay going to work, and some people would rather die. Each of us gets to choose. Therapy is hard work. Maintaining relationships is hard work. Do you want to work on it?
Pass.
Aww. Well, Miss Pipluck, we tried.
Amonust, how do you feel?
Melancholy and frustrated. I've been trying to build a closer relationship to Crud Jr. for years, and I never seem to get through.
Tell me some things that you like about Crud Jr.
Well, he's incredibly intelligent and capable. He is only a teenager, and he's already, right up here with the rest of us as one of the members of the Firebreathing Kittens Guild. He's a very impressive young man.
Crud Jr., that sounds so admirable. Your family is crazy about you. Your father holds you in very high regard. You're a lucky fella.
He's not my dad. He stole my dad. And he runs out.
Oh my.
Well, we'll have to keep working on that, I think.
Okay, so he tries to run out of the room?
Apparently.
Oh. So he, stands up and just bolts out?
Yep.
Okay, Steven and Amonust, how do you react to that?
I will cast a spell. I will Misty Step to poof. So disappearing in this little cloud of pink color, I will appear in the doorframe, blocking the exit. And I'm sorry, Crud Jr., I like you very much, but you need to stay here until we deal with this. Go back to the chair.
Crud Jr. runs over you.
Opposing strength checks, I guess.
He does have an item for this. Just
yeah,
remember.
But Steven's a paladin.
Okay.
Well, no.
I'm still 3 feet tall, though.
Yeah, and I don't need to be rolling 3d20s. Hold on.
So is it just strength or it's athletics?
You can do athletics because you're trying to dodge, maybe like into the spot, like move your body into the spot that he's trying to get past you, sort of like a soccer goalie.
Okay, so it's...
I will also use athletics to dodge around him. 23.
Damn, 18.
Crud Jr. gets past Steven and gets out the door.
No!
What do you do once you're in the hallway, Crud Jr.?
I go hide.
All right. Do you want to use fastcharacter.com to pull up another guild member to play with us today?
He didn't say he'll be gone, period. Forever.
Yeah, but the adventure is going to continue here, so
Amonust,
fastcharacter.com, just click random generate, and that's the guild member who walks in the room, I guess. I saw this job flyer.
can Amonust try to find Crud Jr. and engage him away from all of the audience?
Sure. Amonust, try to search for Crud Jr. Do an investigation check in the hallway to see if you can follow the clues. Crud Jr., make a stealth check, I guess.
17 for me.
7.
Okay, so Crud Jr. dashed right into Valentina's dressing room, and Amonust can tell that the door was open when you walked past and now it's closed. He investigates that Crud Jr. is in there. What do you do, Amonust? You know that Crud Jr. is in Valentina's dressing room.
I sit down in front of the door and lean back against it and talk through the door towards him.
Oh.
And I say, well, we're all alone now. Do you want to tell me what you mean that I stole your dad?
Thought that was pretty obvious.
I thought that we chose each other. We fell in love adventuring last year.
At this point, it was 7 years ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
But we fell in love when we were adventuring together 7 years ago. We chose each other. We didn't... I didn't choose to steal your dad at all.
You stole him.
From who?
From me.
Do you feel like you have him less now?
Well, duh.
Well, we always try to do things as a family together. We'd love to have you included in more of those things, and then maybe you would feel like you had more of your dad with you.
Pass.
I'm wondering if there's any kind of ability that's going to help here. Not of mine, of course, but like a bard ability, like to make him to sway his feelings, or that seems like a bard ability.
Bards have Modify Memory, which is a 5th level enchantment and can just do a brain wipe on you and reset. Now you know that.
So can I look up and see the people from the room approaching? Did they come out to find us?
Sure.
It was a dramatic exit. I feel like they would follow.
Yeah. Out of concern, Salma, the very kind, frail understudy, comes outside. Her white dress is now singed and completely ruined. She stands there sadly.
I look up to her and say, is there anything you can do to help?
It seems like your son's really angry at you.
I agree. I don't know what to do about it. He seems to be angry that I married his dad.
What do you want to do about it?
Well, is there any way, without necessarily changing memories, can you look into his memories and find exactly what time point, what memory is so painful that it's causing all this strife?
Oh.
And then maybe if we find that, alter that one a bit to make it something happier?
Yeah, I would only have to see him to be able to cast it.
Oh, well, Amonust reaches up right behind him and goes, flip! He has incredible sleight of hand. You want me to roll on that to open the door?
Yeah.
Sure, let's brainwash somebody to make all our problems go away.
Well, you're not communicating, so she's going to examine your memories for sure.
Even with a terrible roll, that is a 19 on that lock.
Yeah, that opens the lock. The locked door unlocks and opens as Amonust just sticks a lock-picking tool in there and jimmies it right open, just like a hairpin. The door swings open. Crud Jr., what were you doing inside the room?
He was probably hanging from the ceiling, just trying to stick himself in the corner.
Like a bat, in the back corner of the room, hanging down with his feet. Now, does your cloak stay near your feet, or does it, like, fall up around your head when you go upside down?
Oh, it stays at my feet.
Okay.
I've got garters.
Hanging angrily in the corner of the room is very bat-like, is Crud Jr. with his arms crossed across his chest, and he's just got his glowing eyes are closed. She is going to make a wisdom saving throw.
As we all know, that is my strong suit. That's better. 14.
14 fails. So, she can now see into your memories. Does she see any memories that are particularly antagonistic against Amonust?
Against him?
Yeah, why do you hate him so much?
He believes with his entire heart that he stole his father from him.
So maybe the first time you met and Crud brought home Amonust carrying this elf, at that time sorcerer, on his shoulder and joined the family dinner. It wasn't just the two of you, it was the three of you, and you've hated him ever since?
Just building on, building on, building on, building on.
You've never done anything fun together?
No, he was always off with Dad.
Like off on guild business?
Yeah.
Because you are a guild member, so you could have...
Oh, now.
Okay, so
Wasn't
this
always.
Motivated you to join the guild.
He's a late teen, so back when this happened, he was just a child.
Yeah, like a 10-year-old. Since joining the guild, has adventuring with your father and Amonust together, like, perhaps given you a chance to spend some time in a group?
Well, no, because his father retired before he was able to.
Could we insert memories from me from all of the adventures that we had with his father and insert them into Crud Jr.'s memory as well? Sort of like as if he was there as well, so we weren't taking his father away on guild business?
Oh, like to give him the present of, like, home movies of what you guys were up to?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yes, she can do that.
And then he can see, like, the love and the bonding and the saving each other.
Yeah, Crud Jr., you've acquired the home movies brain item of all of Amonust's memories with Crud. You see them laughing together. You see them saving it. They really did. In Rabid Sands, Crud Jr. roared and ran, he's an orc, and ran straight at some yellow bugs with Amonust the sorcerer with both legs on his shoulders, and Crud, I think, had like a sword that he swung at the bugs, and Amonust reached out both hands and like lightning attacked them, and they had great battles together. So you've now acquired all of these memories from Amonust.
Okay, so now...
Of your dad being a total badass and having a great time.
Well, he's always known that. But now he's feeling violated of having this stuff.
No, it's just an item that you acquire. It's yours now. You can, put it on a shelf and ignore it, or you could watch.
Oh, I thought you said it was ejected into his head.
It's just like a little brain item that you have. Like, you have acquired a parcel. It's just yours now. Like other memories that you can access and review at later times.
Okay, I guess
like
I just
a
don't
CD
get it.
you can pop into a computer and watch a home movie on, or a VHS tape. It's like a mental VHS tape. You have this.
Well,
you don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but you can.
Okay. I'll pretend I understand exactly what you mean.
I handed you a VHS tape. It has a movie on it.
Yeah, that's not the same thing as injecting things into somebody's mind.
Right, and you don't have to see it. It's not injected, like, it's not like a billboard that you can't close your eyes and escape from. It's just a VHS tape you can pop into a video player if you want. It's not like when you close your eyelids, it's there on the back of your eyelids and you can't escape. It's not like that.
Yeah, just sort of to make you feel like if you want to, you can see it and feel like you were a part of all of those things that you missed out on when you were a child. And of course, now that you're a guild member, you can understand why it was so necessary for us to go save the world all the time.
Here's the way I view it. It is a violation because you're sticking all of this stuff in his head now.
You can throw it out if you want.
He's going to react
you can take
negatively of it.
Oh, are you going to throw them out? You're going to take the VHS tapes and put them in the trash?
Yeah.
Delete files? Okay. All right. Amonust, what do you do?
Amonust sighs and just shakes his head. I'm not into forcing people to do things.
I guess we can just close this door and Crud Jr. can recover in the darkness for the next, few hours, and another guild member can join us. Go to fastcharacter.com, click roll, and click a character. And let's continue playing on this adventure. Crud Jr.'s player, please do that.
Oh, Crud Jr. is gonna go back with them, but he's gonna be moody.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Click random.
He just doesn't want to force the issue.
Well, so let's continue that in a future episode. Just click roll on a random character on fastcharacter.com, because there might be some issues there.
The DM feels as though this is antagonistic.
Yeah. I don't want you guys to... If it's a dead end, it's a dead end. I can't fix it, so what are we going to do? I gotta keep playing. I guess I'll just assign the schedule so that Crud Jr. and Amonust never play again at the same time. I can't fix it. I tried. So who walks down the hallway to join us? Amonust and Steven call for a backup because this is a 3-person party. And Valentina has caution tape across the door. Vampire moody inside. Do not enter.
Yeah, I pretty much stayed out of it the entire time because this is really not my place, and even somebody as likable as me can understand that. So I guess I kind of started looking around the Opera House, trying to find more clues about who was doing the illegal bootlegs.
Did you call for backups at the guild hall?
I did not.
You could do that if you want. You could come back with.
Oh,
what's your new name?
In that case, I'll do that. I'll go and get help.
Okay. So who are we playing with?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to... I don't even know what level...
Level 10.
Level 10.
Well, no, I understand that, but I just went to a random character and it doesn't tell me what level it's at.
Fastcharacter.com, and you just click on level 10. I can make one and send it to you if you...
I went to it was a different website.
Oh, okay, yeah, fastcharacter.com, and then you just click the drop down to level 10, and then you just click it to create character. And yeah, you can still play with Crud Jr. I don't know how to fix the problem between you and Amonust, so I'm not going to.
Irene Paro.
And joining us is Irene Paro. What is Irene?
Wood elf. A monk.
Oh, hey.
A wood elf monk, level 10?
Mm-hmm.
Irene shows up from the guild as reinforcement.
Hey, Irene. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. I'm just getting to know myself a little bit.
That's okay. It's one of those days. We're all getting to know ourselves a little bit here.
Yeah, we are. Okay. All right.
All right.
So we're in the room. Well, Crud Jr.'s in Valentina's dressing room, and everyone else is back in the, let's get along room. And Valentina and Selma have really worked out their issues. Rather than seeing Selma as a threat, Valentina now sees her as a precious mentee that one day maybe they can sing a duet together, and then together... Have you guys seen the movie Chicago? Where...
Yeah.
Exactly like that. Instead of just being like, Roxy, they're going to together do all that jazz. And so the two of them on stage together will be the best show this stage has ever seen. And that will bring in more ticket sales. And then the two of them, well, we've got the boss lady and the frail lady, and together something for everyone. And the fans will love it. Oh, the crowd will go wild. So they've got a new plan.
Let's put on that show tonight.
Yes.
Let's make that happen.
Yeah.
And then let's have us keep an eye on everything and see if we can find the bootlegger. That's definitely going to draw in a bootlegger.
Yeah. New plan to save the Opera House, guys.
Okay, so we have, how much time do we have before curtains? Like, how long do we have to announce the show and, like, do the promotion? We have to put on a whole production.
That's a good point. They probably couldn't do that the same night, could they?
They have.
We can do this.
Magical.
We have the.
I think they have magical ways of announcing these things. They probably have a wizard to use prestidigitation to write in the sky in glowing letters.
Yeah, it's a pop-up show.
Yeah. And we can totally run out. I can be pretty loud if I want. I can totally run out and call out for people, distribute flyers. No problem. We are doing this production tonight. All right, so I'll turn to Valentina and Selma. Ladies, I know nothing about theater. What do we need to do to make this happen tonight?
I'm going to just roll a straight D20 and let's see if this can happen. 10 and above, it can. 1 to 9, it cannot happen tonight. Because they need more. That's a nat 1. They look at you like you're pretty clearly not in show business. They judge you with the force of this natural 1. And they say, we can't put a show on the same night. It's going to take us 2 weeks to get a show together and be able to perform. But it's very cute of you, and they pat your head.
Come on, you're two badass bards. What can't you not do?
They can do a training thing. So they'll train, I guess.
Can we open the training as a teaser to the public?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go spread the word of this.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe not a whole show, just like a preview performance. Come here for like 2-3 songs and see what's gonna.
Like a one-show teaser trailer. Like
yeah,
a one-song teaser trailer.
Yeah, an out-of-town preview or something.
Okay, that they can do. So not the whole show, but just like a preview.
Yeah.
The song All That Jazz works perfectly for this. You guys, have you seen Chicago where the two fighting people okay.
Here I was totally thinking they would be doing For Good. It seemed to fit.
Oh, they could. They could do For Good.
Oh.
Can you guys sing it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You want to pull up the lyrics and sing For Good together?
Maybe we can do that a little bit later. Right now we have a show to promote.
During the show.
Okay, all right. Irene, how are you helping promote the show?
I'm not exactly sure.
You could hand out flyers to try to sell tickets. You could help paint the backdrop. They need one good backdrop for tonight. You could, you're a monk?
Mm-hmm.
Monks are very dexterous. So you could climb up into the scaffolding and set up all the lights for tonight so that the 2 spotlights, because before they only had 1 spotlight and now they need 2.
Yeah, I guess we'll just work behind the scenes and flipping off stuff and, climbing up to the rafters to hang stuff and then do flips off of it and just, and also make him a little bit of a nuisance of himself. He is old as well. He's 324.
Oh.
So he also looks down on everybody as they're the youngins.
Irene is correcting people who've been doing stage work for 20 years. And he's like, I've been doing stage work for 100 years. Are you kidding? This is how that's done. And before anyone can know it, there's 2 spotlights successfully set up.
What?
Amonust, what are you doing to help the show tonight?
I am running around through the streets, handing out flyers, and just telling everybody very excitedly about how amazing this once-in-a-lifetime performance opportunity is going to be.
How many people do you talk to? Let's do some kind of roll. Roll a d20 and add your dex, and that's how many different people you can talk to as you run around. You're handing out flyers. How many people actually take them?
19.
So many people. You're like, have you ever seen the money gif where you just like take this thing on the flat of your hand and then like start? That's what you're doing with the flyers. Everyone has one. Steven, what are you doing to promote the show tonight or to help it?
Well, since Amonust already ran out to promote the show, it seems pointless to do the same thing, so I'll walk around the entire theater and try to figure out kind of what would be the best vantage point to look at the audience during the performance. Like, where's a good spot to, like, run surveillance and make sure I know...
To catch the...
Exactly.
Oh.
And one thing, oh, wait, I don't think I prepared that. Yeah, okay, so forget what I was about to say. But yeah, I'd like to try and be able to see or spot everything.
Yeah.
And I'm specifically looking for a place where I could, I mean, I can't really hide. I'm a shiny paladin thing. But if I could have a spot where I could be kind of unnoticed and...
Yes, behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain, all right.
But with your head peeking out, looking at the audience.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. So I'll pick that spot, and that way I'll have a good view of the entire audience. And if somebody tries and use that spell or that recording device thing, hopefully I'll be able to spot them.
Okay. Amonust, you're in the streets herding people into the house. Irene, you're in the scaffolding.
Mm-hmm.
Now the spotlight is perfectly set up. You did a great job. Are you looking down on the crowd below for suspicious characters?
Absolutely, as he always does. His experience there all around.
Yes. He's got a good eye honed by experience. And Stephen, you're with your head peeking out from behind the curtain. So do you guys want to do a little song now as we simulate the show?
Sure. So who's going to sing the Glinda part and who's going to sing the Elphaba part?
Here, I'll take... So, when we pull up the lyrics, skip the initial, talking part. I'll take verse 1, then you take verse 3, and then we'll do the chorus together.
You guys should just do the chorus together.
Okay.
Just do the chorus together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, give me a minute. Oh, wait, I know it. It's fine.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, Steven is not singing this like Selma and Valentina are, but Steven will, right before she goes on stage, Steven will, grab Selma's hand and be like, okay, girl, you got this. Show them you're not just an understudy. Slaps her on the back and throws her on stage.
Are you both ready with the lyrics?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Irene, start us off with the beat.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun.
Like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
But because I knew you.
Because I knew you. I have been changed for good.
Woo!
Wow, doing this over this magical communication thing is hard.
Yeah, it is.
You did great. Everyone did so great. And that was Selma and Valentina bonding on the stage, promoting their upcoming show. Meanwhile, Irene, Amonust, and Stephen were keeping an eye out for suspicious characters. Everyone, please roll some kind of skill check to see if you found the culprit. The crowd is packed with people. Everyone's turning their head towards the stage. Or are they?
I'm going to use perception. I rolled a 15 plus 4 is 19.
A 19 perception for Amonust.
All right, so I guess I'll roll, because I'm trying to spot something unusual and potentially harmful to these people because it's stealing their performances. Can I try a survival on that check?
Well, no. You're in an
Okay,
opera house looking for a suspicious character. You can do
Okay,
investigation, perception.
Okay, so it'll be an investigation then. Oh, that's a 4.
All right. Stephen got a 4.
I was too enthralled by the performance.
It was just so good.
Yeah, Steven cries, "It's so pretty."
Irene, what did you get?
24 for perception.
Oh, okay. So Amonust with a 19 is looking very carefully at everybody and sees Stephen just with his jaw dropped, enjoying the show. He's never been this close to the stage before, and it's awesome. He's fangirling. So you're chuckling at that. Irene, you've got the keenest eye here, and it's you who sees, in the crowd, a familiar face. You remember when you first walked into this opera house, there were some people in a room hanging out with Amonust and Stephen, your guild members. One of them was a purple humanoid bunny. You see that familiar face, and so they catch your eye, and you observe them, and you can't help but notice that as they're watching the stage, they're holding something in their hand, up, but it's not a lighter making a candle flame. It's a green crystal. And they're holding it up to get better acoustics rather than it being on their lap. What do you do, Irene?
I stealth up behind them and grab it.
Okay, well, they're in aisles with other people in the chairs. So are you trying to, like, excuse me, pardon me, like walk past the people in the aisles? And you're in the scaffolding as well?
Oh, yeah, I know. I climb down during the song once I see it because they're distracted by the song anyway.
Yeah.
And I make my way in there and just stealthily, quietly.
Oh, okay. So you wedge yourself into the gap between the knees and chairs in the row behind this dark purple bunny person, and you roll a check to try to yoink that crystal out of their hand.
Stealth is going to be 27.
Oh, they can't see you at all. They're they don't know how you got there, and suddenly you're there. And you, before he can say anything, has the crystal yoinked out of his hand, and the purple rabbit person turns and looks back at you and goes, "What? What do you say to him?"
Do not pirate music. I'm telling on you.
The rabbit goes, "What? But," and looks very embarrassed. What do you do about this? What's your next move?
I'm going to, okay, you come with me. Let's go. I'm going to escort him backstage.
Oh, he looks so ashamed, and he follows you. He follows you backstage. The crowd is now emptying out of the audience, emptying out of the building, going, "Oh man, I'm totally going to go see that. 3 weeks from now, that's going to be the best show ever." As the crowd exits the building, Amonust, you notice that the flow is reverting. The ocean tide is going out. Do you come back inside the Opera House?
Yes.
Okay. And Steven, you were backstage already. So Irene brings this purple humanoid rabbit backstage with Selma and Valentina. Selma and Valentina look at you apprehensively, and Valentina, taking charge, says, "Is this the culprit?"
It is indeed.
The purple rabbit person looks super afraid and shy and goes, "The culprit? What did I do?"
I take out the crystal and show it to everybody. Was recording it with the song with this.
They gasp. Valentina and Selma glare at it, and Selma looks confused, though. She says, "But that's just a personal playback crystal, a Tektite, right?" She seems a little dumb. Gnome goes, "Oh, no, this is just my personal recording device. It's just for me." He says, "It's just a way to get an autograph from a person, to record something that you've seen before. Like, can I have your autograph, Valentina? Can you sing into it? Hey, yeah, your new song? And then I can play that back later for me." Do any of you guys know what's about to happen?
I'm not sure, but I don't think I believe him. We caught him bootlegging a performance.
Valentina says, she gets this angry look on her face, and she says, Hey, yeah is not public. I've never performed it publicly. How do you know about it? Do you guys know about the Metallica Napster thing? So that their song wasn't public yet.
Uh-huh.
And Gnome goes, "What? But it's not public, but it's been pre-recorded on my Tektite." He says, "Tektite, play Hey Yeah." And the crystal starts producing a warm, clear sound. It's got great acoustics. It sings the song in Valentina's voice for you. Valentina looks furious, and she goes, "That is not public yet. The song's not complete yet. That's a recording of me practicing in my practice room."
So whoever recorded this had access to the room? Like the purple bunny that works here, or...
This is the purple bunny from before. He doesn't work here. He was buying a ticket.
Oh, okay. I'm a little bit confused now. So I'm going to start imagining equations again and trying to figure this all out.
Irene, what do you do?
He's not going to do anything. He's just going to step back and observe, because he's learned in all his years that the best thing to do is just to let them talk themselves into a corner.
Oh, clever.
Can I do an insight check to see if we believe the bunny?
Sure. What do you do? Like, what number?
Well, I rolled the 14. What is my insight? Insight's 0, so 14.
Okay. You think this bunny looks super nervous and like he seems to be telling the truth, and he's just kind of starstruck and odd to be around Valentina and Salma. And he just asked them for their autograph, so he doesn't really think that this is different than any of the crystals. He thinks it's just a Tektite.
Who has the best magical ability here?
Well, that would have been your stepson that you drove off.
Well, he's in the dressing room. Is he feeling like being a cooperative, or is he not going to work with Amonust on this? What would Crud Jr. do? You could ask him. Because Crud Jr. is a very strongly magical character. So would he help the party, or would he run out of the room and hide in a dressing room?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been a team player.
Okay, because maybe we should have him take a look at this crystal and do like an arcana check and see if there's anything special about this one. Like maybe it's transmitting to some other crystal.
You definitely do need a wizard, huh?
Well, I'm not a wizard, but I come from a region where we're pretty good magical tinkerers. I can take a look. I'm not the best, but I do have... I'm able to kind of double what I know about magical items or technological items. So maybe I could kind of try and see what makes it tick and see if it's different from the ones that we've seen before.
Party? Opinions?
We can try it. Yeah, sure. I can't stop you.
Okay, so I'll try and look at this, and I get double my proficiency on this as a gnome.
Do you ask Gnome Weir for the bipedal rabbit for his crystal?
Sure, I don't know how tall he is, but I'm going to try and get to his height.
The same height as you.
Okay, so we're eye level already?
Yeah.
So I'll just politely ask for the box for a moment. Can I take a quick look at that?
He hands you the crystal and says, sure.
Okay.
I didn't think it... Huh.
Oh, that's a 10.
No, I'm sorry. You're just your paladin skills just aren't the right sphere for this.
Yeah, so I'll hand the box back to the purple rabbit. Amonust, do you think you can go and get Crud? I'm sorry to do this. He needs his time, I understand, but we really need his knowledge right now.
We need you, Crud Jr.
Amonust goes back to the dressing room and knocks on the door.
It says caution, brooding vampire inside.
Uh-huh. It says, do you want to do Arcana?
Aww.
We really need your help.
So from all the way to the backstage, Steven has another fangirl moment. Like, what?
Is it working? Does the door open?
Yeah, the door opens. He looks down at you. Whatever.
Cool, come on.
Adrian says, I see you don't need me anymore. Laters, guys.
You can just have 2 characters for the rest of the game.
Just in case.
Okay, he's going to go up into the rafters again and start looking for more suspicious characters.
Yes, he climbs up there easily.
Okay, so, Crud Jr., we really need your help on this. We need to know if there's anything unusual about this recording crystal in particular. Can you do an Arcana check on this and see if you can learn anything?
All right. Let's see. There it is. So that is going to be... It's a plus 13, so...
Yep.
31.
Steven hugs him. I'm so glad you're back.
Yeah, with the 31, you can tell that this is not a Tektite. Well, it is a Tektite, but it's also... ask it to play you some songs. Tektite, play...
Tektite, play the Vampire Dirge.
It plays, like, what are those? Pipe organ music. Ask it to play another song.
Tektite.
Pipe organ. Sorry.
Tektite, play I Wanna Leave Without You.
Amonust, do you want to sing that one? Just a line or two.
I don't know that.
I wanna leave without you. I don't know. And Gnome looks confused. Gnome is like, I've never given it those songs before. Gnome the purple rabbit.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like this device can access other recordings? Like,
Where did you get it?
I bought it from the bazaar in Niqamui. That's the market that you guys were all at earlier.
From a pig?
No, not from a pig. From a human lady.
From who? How much did it cost?
It was just 10 gold.
Ah. Can you show us this human lady? Can you find her again?
Sure.
lead the way.
Okay.
So maybe that's what happened here. She sells these super cheap recording crystals, and they're duped to send her any recording that they find.
Oh, that makes sense. Like, basically, she uses all these cheap ones that she sells to spy on every musician. That's mean. All right, Mr. Bunny, lead the way.
Okay. Are all of you, so there's Irene, Amonust, Crud Jr., and Steven, are all of you going to the market?
Yeah.
Okay, you exit from the Opera House and you head down, or uphill, up the street to the market. It looks very much the same as before, except now that it's after hours. So, the Opera House took you guys a few hours, and then there was the show and, preparing for the show. So night has fallen. But you can see that there is a building with where a stall would be out in front is packed up for the night, and there's a normal door and a light on inside the house. Sort of, it's like a building. And curtains are on the inside glass side of the window, so you can't see inside, but you do see that there is a light on. Gnome says, "This is where I bought it. It was a stall in front of this building."
Is there anything that we can break into?
There's a building.
Amonust does sleight of hand on this building with his lockpicks.
So that's not how lockpicking works. Lockpicking is that you take your proficiency. Are you proficient in lockpicking tools? Is it listed?
I do believe so. After I used out of game time to build proficiency in lockpicking tools. That was a thing when I got the lockpicks.
Is it in the 5th edition player's handbook?
I think that was in the player's handbook.
Okay,
I can try to pull it up.
So you can add your proficiency bonus to your...
Oh. I don't think it'll matter this time, because I just rolled in that 20. So regardless of what's added...
No, it doesn't matter then. Okay. Nat 20s always succeed. Okay. Do you push open the now unlocked door?
I stand back and aside from the door so that I'm out of any blast radius, and then I push it open.
A bell tinkles adorably as you push open the door to this nondescript shop.
Irene announces, "I'm expendable," and walks through.
Okay, you walk through as the tune doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo plays.
That's copyrighted.
Yes, it is. I still love it, though, so it's here. Arim, you step inside, and it's not fully dark yet. The sun is setting. You see that the light inside this room was from the setting sun falling through a skylight. The setting sun falling through the skylight shines down through the dusty air, past walls lined with bookshelves, down onto a floor tiled black and white in squares. Some of the books on the shelves are quite old.
He turns around and says, "Okay, guys, I'm still alive. Come on in."
We come in.
Yeah, I follow, and I try to walk in a way that I'll keep everybody within 10 feet of me, so all of them will be...
Wait. So you're all stepping on the floor in this room? On the black and white tiles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 4 of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
All of you at +3.
Okay.
It's still gonna be rough. I rolled a 2. Alright, so hold on. 2 plus 3 is 5. Plus my dex is...
Steven is so nervous right now.
Yeah, Steven
That's
rolled
a
a
20.
9.
That's
10.
a 28 for Adrian.
Adrian will survive the episode.
My total is gonna be 12.
Into Crud Jr.
I'm looking. It's not going to be as good because he's not a monk. Yeah, 10.
Okay, we've got a 10, a 12, a 9, and a what?
28.
A 28. A 10, the 10 and the 12, the 10 and the 12, the 9 and the 28 are sitting in a bar. No, so you all pass. You're fine.
Woo.
You step into a room that has the skylight with the setting sun shines light down through the dusty air past walls lined with bookshelves down onto a floor tiled black and white in squares. Some of the books on the shelves are quite old.
Did something happen to the floor? Like, did we set off a trap that would be obvious and we all just successfully dodged it?
Perception check on the floor is what you're asking?
Sure.
Okay, you can do that.
16.
Okay. With a 16, the floor is made of black and white tiles. They have not moved since you stepped upon it.
Interesting.
Okay, can I try something just to make sure that we're safe? I'm going to close my eyes for a moment and call on the divine perceptions of my big brother up there, my god, and I'm going to try and use a divine sense just to make sure that the location doesn't have any danger in the form of celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet. It also lets me detect the presence of consecrated or desecrated places. I'm not sure if that'll help, but just in case, it's always good.
Paladin does a paladin check and finds no fiends or undead in the area. This is also not hallowed ground or whatever.
All right. I had to check.
You checked.
Is there a light switch?
There's a sunlight emitting sunlight.
From the skylight?
Yeah. The skylight has the last rays of the setting sun coming down through it, and that's the light source for this room.
Well, I think we all have dark vision anyway, so I don't think light's going to be an issue.
That's true.
Yeah. So, I mean, is the building empty? Should we check if there's anyone in here? I'll do that. I'll check if there's anyone in here.
I'm looking for any other... are there any other doors, trap doors, hidden doors, anything like that?
Okay.
I'm going to look around and feel around the edges of the floor and the walls for anything that might be something like that.
Okay, Amonust is doing that. Steven is checking for people. And Crud Jr. and Irene, what are you two doing? Adrian?
I think Crud Jr. is going to be searching the roof for maybe trapdoors or something.
The ceiling?
An exit. A weird exit. And Irene will probably be doing the same thing on the floor, just looking for tracks and...
Okay. What are your rolls?
Oh, right.
14.
Now it happens, not 20.
Ooh, with a nat 20, you're certain there's no one else in the room. With a 14, you were checking the bookshelves for, like...
Yeah, the walls and the edges of the floor for any kind of other exits from the room.
Okay, no other exits from the room are obvious. Irene?
21.
And Crud Jr. So Irene was checking the ceiling.
No, that Crud Jr. was on the ceiling.
Oh, Crud Jr. is on the ceiling. Crud Jr. sees that this skylight does open. You can open it and get out to the sky above. And Crud Jr.'s kind of like a vampire floating up out of the window. And Irene is checking the floor.
Yeah, looking for tracks and...
Okay, with Irene checking the floor, please make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing that's what he's good at. So plus the 3 from our friend, dexterity.
+3 is just for saves, though.
It is a save.
It is a save.
Oh, sorry. I got distracted.
Dexterity saving throw.
So that's going to be 29.
Yeah, that passes. The 9 passed, so 29 probably. Okay. And what's your investigation roll on the floor?
The 21 was for that one.
21. Okay, 21's pretty high. 21's above 20. You see in the very corner of each of these tiles a very tiny written letter. Some of the tiles say D. Some of the tiles say F. Some of the tiles say A. Some of the tiles say C, etc.
Okay, guys, the floor is a musical instrument. Will one of you musically inclined guys come play it?
I think this is your turn, Steven.
Oh,
Come on, youngin'. Get a move on.
I mean, I'm not a performer like the two ladies we just saw. I don't do much besides like drinking songs with my buddies after a hard day's work, but I can try, I guess. I know what these are. So I didn't bring an instrument with me, so I'll try to sing it, I guess. And I'll try to sing D, F, A, and C.
Okay, do that.
This is the moment where the person that's behind Steven does not know how to do that because he learns by ear. So can I roll the performance?
Is it D? Sure.
Okay.
1, 2.
Yeah, solfege. Do.
Yeah. Solfege just started on C. So C is
Oh,
do.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Roll with it.
That's the moment where the dude behind
Ray.
Yeah. So I'll roll a performance, sorry, and we'll get from there. Ooh, that's 13.
All right. You sing those notes in the air. That happened.
I think you're supposed to step on the squares as the notes, youngin.
Oh. All right. Well, let's try a second time, and this time I'll step on the tiles. So I'm assuming it forms sort of like a square dance move thing.
Okay.
And can I try to sing the notes again as I step on the tiles?
Sure. What notes are you trying to sing? What song are you singing?
D as I step on D, F as I step on F.
Each of these tiles has a different letter on them, so if you want to take like an hour and step on and sing every tile in this room, you can.
Okay, that's probably going to take a while.
By now, the sun has gone down, but you have done that.
I do have an idea. Do you remember the song that the bell played when we came in?
That's what I was just thinking, young fella.
I believe that's Saria's song, if I remember correctly.
It's the windmill song, the Song of Storms.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, not Saria's song.
It's close to it.
Oh.
Play that on the floor piano.
Okay.
Do you know what the notes are to the Song of Storms?
I will sing it again for you. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Boom, 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 boom. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yep. And let's see. The full melody looks like this. From lowest to highest. D. Okay, so it starts on D.
Okay, I go on D.
Where do you go on D? You're stepping on the tile?
Yeah, I
Make
step
a
on the D
dexterity
tile.
saving throw.
Okay. Ooh, that was a 19.
Okay, when you place your foot on the tile, nothing happens.
Okay. I don't read music. All right. So I looked up the sheet music for this. The first quarter note is just underneath the bottom line. What note? That's D, right?
The farthest sharp to the right is T, or you could Google search differently.
Yeah. It's giving me numbers, or I'm sorry, letters. D says that the notes are D, E, F, G, A, C, D, E, F. But I'm wondering if those are in order. I don't know. Let's try it. D, E, F.
So what do you do to the D tile on the floor?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have stepped on it. Can I kind of bend down and sing the D into it or at it?
You can. Steven gets down on the floor, and when he puts hands on the tiles around and bends in close to sing to the floor, make dexterity saving throws for your hands.
Okay, I think I figured it out. Oh, that was a 2, so it's a 6.
Nothing happens. You sing to the floor.
Okay, so
Crud Jr. and Adrian, you're watching as Steven gets real close to the ground and sings at it.
What you doing down there, young fella?
I don't know. I thought maybe I could convince the tile to open if I sang into it. But now I'm thinking it might be some sort of... You know, like, a piano has, like, white and black keys, so I'm starting to wonder if this floor might not be a big-ass piano. So I'll stand with both feet on the white tile that says D, which we've agreed is the first.
You're putting your feet on the tiles, so roll a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Oh, that's...
I really want to just stomp on it and see if something happens when we fail a dex saving throw.
I mean, I rolled a 6, and it was...
You pass. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Amonust, you're stomping on it? Go ahead and make a dex saving throw.
I didn't say I was going to. I said I want to.
You can.
I'm expendable. I'll do it. Adrian jumps up and down on the tile.
Adrian, make a dex saving throw.
Adrian chooses to fail.
Yeah, he's stomping. There's no dexterous.
You're jumping up and down and up and down. Okay, so let's see your dex saving throws, Adrian. Keep rolling numbers.
He's going to roll until he fails. 14, 13 with the pluses, so I'm just waiting on a 1.
Pass.
Because that's the only way he is failing.
Pass.
And there's the 1.
A nat 1. You step right on the letter in the corner of the square. Your foot presses against that tiny letter. The whole tile lights up and produces the note written on it, which is a C.
Hey guys, I failed the best way possible. Push the letters.
Okay, so what are the notes again? I'll start pushing letters.
Do-do-do.
I think D-E-F.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
So yeah, and I try to, using my fingers and pressing all the letters on the tiles, I'll try to play the song like it's a piano.
Yeah, and even if you don't read music, when you touch the letter, the tile produces that sound. So you can match the sounds to the door.
Yeah.
Okay, you play the song. Go ahead and sing it.
Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. One of the bookshelves opens, revealing a narrow hallway behind.
Oh. Good job, guys.
Oh, mama. We're in business.
Let's get in there. Steven will, get at the ready, but ready to defend his buddies, will walk first into the tunnel.
Amonust follows.
Adrian actually goes, I will go first. I'm expendable.
As we go through, Amonust takes one of the books off the other shelves and wedges it in the opening just so this thing can't close on us.
Ooh, that's clever.
So Adrian is in front of Stephen, is in front of Amonust, is in front of Crud Jr.?
Oh, Crud Jr.'s in the back, 30 feet back.
30 feet back. Okay. Are you walking into this hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Beyond the bookshelf is a narrow hallway. Once they walk through the hallway. All right. Perception check. The person in front can do it with advantage. You're closer.
That didn't help because that second one was a 1.
Oh.
We'll use my natural
Perception.
14.
So that's going to be a 18.
Oh, okay.
They had a higher than me, all of them.
Okay. Adrian in the front, you hear laughter and talking.
He looks back and says, wait here, guys. I hear laughter and talking. Shade away. And he goes into stealth mode and sneaks up there.
Okay, stealth check.
24.
Oh, wow. Okay, I don't think they can. I don't think they can literally roll high enough to see that. No, they can't. With the 19 on the dice, let me check there. Plus 8. No, that's. Yeah. Oh, well. Okay. With the 27, the talking stops from one of the voices. The other two are. No, that's not going to happen. Okay, I'll roll for them, just out of fairness. That wasn't a nat 20. So the other two continue chatting happily. What do you do?
Guys, they saw me. Come on up.
He calls back.
All right. We walk up.
Yeah. We walk up. I get ready to defend my buddies.
Okay. Is Crud Jr. also walking up?
Yep. Maintaining his 30-foot buffer zone.
Okay. All right. Under the skylight, the light from stars is shining down. You can see stars overhead. Basically, there's a skylight in this room as well. And there are torches on the walls. I have this written as if it were daytime. The light falls through the dusty air upon, but the torches
we have dark
illuminate.
vision, so it is like daytime.
Yeah, and there's torches. The torches illuminate a comfortable working space set up with tables and packages. 3 people are hanging out, working at the tables and chatting. In your quick glance, you can see that they are packaging up 2-inch by 3-inch flat, leaf-shaped dark green stones that are bumpy like warty leaf veins in a fractal pattern. There is a person-sized parrot, a yellow-skinned man with claws, and an unremarkable human woman. They all look up when you enter. The woman's face falls from laughter to confusion. The man drops what he's holding and stands away from the table, and the parrot looks uneasily around the room.
Adrian pipes up. Halt! You are under arrest.
For what? The woman says.
Copyright infringement.
Copyright? She says, questioning. What?
You don't own these songs. You are under arrest. Let's go. Put your hands behind your back.
The man is going to get blustery and angry and say, "What are you doing in our workroom? What?" And he's going to stand up and walk towards you by 2 feet.
Yep. You first. Come on.
Come on, what? Why are you in our workroom?
Okay, now turn around. And he takes out a piece of rope, and he goes to secure his hands behind his back.
So you're approaching... all right. You are approaching the yellow-skinned man with the claws with rope.
Yep.
And he's going to step back a few feet and say, "Excuse you. Everybody roll initiative."
That was a 3.
11.
22 for Adrian, and a 5 for Crud Jr.
Adrian, you're up first.
Okay now, son. You coming along quietly or not?
Who are you? He says.
Is that a no? I'm sorry.
Of course
You're gonna
not.
have to. Oh,
Some
rando. So Adrian is going to just, he's going to try to knock him out. Take him alive, but, knock him out. So the first one is going to be a plus 8, so 19 to hit.
That hits.
A 12, a dirty 20, and a 21.
All of those hit.
All of them hit. Okay. What is the damage? That's going to be 12.
Yeah. This guy goes out like a light and drops to the floor. As you punch him in the head, he's laying unconscious on the ground. The woman, Mariam, gasps. And the parrot backs away from the table. He says, "Ho, ho." He holds up parrot wings and he says, kind of like a person holding 2 hands at head level, except with wings. Says, "What is going on here?" To you, Adrian.
Well, let us secure the scene, and then we will all discuss this.
Discuss what? Why are you in our workshop?
Are you going to give up quietly? Or are we going to, he looks down at the guy that's sleeping peacefully on the floor with the big welt on his forehead.
What are you asking them to do to give up? Like, they're just standing here. Like,
He's going to go over and start tying their hands behind their back. Make sure that they're not going to do anything.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, you've expressed the intention to do that. In your tying, you can start tying up the unconscious one now, or you can head towards Mariam or towards Fang.
Oh, he's out for the count. Yeah, I'm going to go towards one of the ones, Fang. He sounds more dangerous.
Spelled Feng. It's just a normal Chinese name. So, all right, you start walking towards the parrot. Amonust, it's your turn. Your friend Adrian seems a bit punchy. Adrian!
Yeah. And only one of these people has necessarily expressed any kind of hostility, right?
Which one is that?
The man
Adrian?
has?
Yeah, Adrian has.
No, not of the people not in our party.
I don't know if you could. Which one do you think has expressed hostility?
The one who's like, "What are you doing here?" Wah! And
the one that's asleep.
He is now unconscious.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to attack him then. Okay. And then, so I'm gonna go over to the other one, and
the lady or the parrot?
The lady, and I am going to I'm going to take out some... Is she all near a wall?
No, she's at a work table.
She's at a work table?
Yes.
All right. I am going to push her hands down towards the table, and I'm going to take out my 2 immovable rods and put them on top of her wrist and snap the button so that her hands are locked down onto the table.
She looks scared when you do that.
And I say, sorry, miss, just precautions.
She's trembling.
Better than getting hit with a sword.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Crud Jr., you're up next. What are you doing?
Crud Jr. is going to he's going to tie up the unconscious guy.
All right, Crud Jr. ties up the unconscious guy. Do you own a rope, Crud Jr.?
Oh yeah, he's got plenty of rope.
A hempen rope?
It is a Hempton.
Okay, a hempen rope has a DC 17 to escape from, so the unconscious man, if he were conscious, would have to roll a 17 or above to escape. Steven, what's going on?
Oh my god, that escalated quickly. Steven just, he tries to look non-threatening, but still keeps his Morningstar and shield up in case he needs to defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna go, evidence is going against you all. This is clearly contraband, and this is why you're being arrested. So don't resist, and explain what's going on here.
The woman, Mariam, whose hands are now affixed to the table by the immovable rods, says, "This isn't contraband. What are you talking about?"
Well, you're packing up weird items in a hidden room behind a hidden hallway, so excuse me, but I don't really believe you.
That's just the way the shop was when we bought it. It's just the building's design. That doesn't mean this is contraband. These are just our moldavites.
Okay, so explain what you're doing here then.
We're making moldavites and packaging them for customers.
What are moldavites?
Moldavites are just our own custom-made tektites. It's just cheaper and better than the other ones. We can sell these for 10 gold instead of 100,000 gold.
What makes them better and cheaper?
Oh, well, so then she tells you a fun story about how when she was in Yezhik, she was in a town called Vltava, and she learned about how it's a way to make glass. So tektites are when a meteorite impacts with the earth, for example, in Vltava, which is near Yezhik. And the meteorite's heat and force creates this glass from the stone that was in the ground, and it melts it all together, and it makes a very expensive, very rare item called tektite. The moldavite that she found in Vltava, she really liked that, and she wanted to make more, so she's a glass maker, and so she made some herself. And so she looks at it. She can't show you it because her hands are fixed to the table, but she says, so I thought that it was really cool how it could record music, so I've been making them. And that's how I made all these. Because you just melt some glass together, and if you do it right, they'll retain music. Isn't that so cool? So these are my moldavite. I named them after the moldavite that I found in Vltava, in Yezhik. She's talking very fast, and she looks really scared.
No need to be scared. If you have done nothing wrong, there is no worries to have here. But this still looks suspicious. Did you know your items are bugged? And that they're recording every song from everywhere?
She's going to do an insight check on you. She rolled an 11 plus 3. She rolled a 14. Are you lying?
I'm not lying. That's what I believe. That's what our evidence has led to. So I'm being super honest here.
What? She believes you. The man is unconscious on the floor, so I can't talk about how he would react. But, the parrot makes a squawk. An inhuman just squawk.
Your big parrot thing, does he speak common?
Of course I speak common, he says in parrot accented common.
All right, do you have anything you'd like to add to this?
That's preposterous. Squawk.
Can I incite him a bit?
Yeah.
Like, do I believe the parrot? 17.
Okay. He's going to roll a deception check. He seems to be faking this surprise.
Now, Mr. Parrot, what are you hiding? And I'm gonna try and walk up to him very intimidatingly from my 3 feet height.
He is a 6 foot tall parrot, so intimidation
Doesn't
check.
scare me. I'm gonna try. I don't need to like intimidate it. I'm just like, okay,
All
I'm
right.
seeing through you right now. Intimidation is a 5. I'm adorable.
I just rolled a d20 and got a 12. So he's not intimidated, by that. And he stands over you and he says, "Why did you have to tell him that? Like, you're an idiot." And the parrot looks down at you like, "You've ruined it all."
Well, I may be an idiot, but you're a criminal.
Mariam looks up at him and goes, "Fang, what are you talking about?" And Fang says to Mariam, "Yeah, they're listening devices, Mariam." And Mariam goes, "What? But these are just personal music recording devices." This is Mariam Sjogren, a rare music lover who wants to record the songs that she's heard throughout her life and play them back later when she's old and has only memories. And Fang goes, "You idiot. This is prime spy technology. Are you kidding? All I had to do was connect them to one another and make them record at all times. And I could be an information master." And he raises his parrot wings and cackles at the ceiling.
All right, guys, we have a confession. Did somebody record it on one of those boxes?
They all recorded
boxes
him.
Recorded it.
Adrian is going to finish grabbing him to arrest him.
Oh, so it's not your turn yet, Adrian. After Steven, it's Fang's turn. And Fang's going to attack Adrian as Adrian goes in to grab him. Fang Mallet makes 6 claw attacks, or 1 Who's a Pretty Bird attack per round. Adrian, that's a 30 to hit, a 15 to hit, 28 to hit, 23 to hit. Tell me when I've done 6 of these. 6 is a lot to keep track of. I think that was 4. A 27 to hit and a 25 to hit. So, Adrian, do those hits hit you?
What were they?
Like all above 20 except for 1, which was 14?
The 14 does not.
Okay, so then you take 76 slashing damage.
Oh. He yells, "I'm expendable!" And he's down.
Oh, he's unconscious. Okay. And now you know how hard Fang hits. That was Fang's turn.
I'm gonna use my action surge then.
It's Mariam's turn. Mariam's going to scream as Adrian goes down in 6 slashing blows of blood. 5 hit. Mariam's really freaking out right now. And then Enzo's turn. Enzo Colonna is on the ground because, yeah. And then it's Adrian's turn. Adrian, are you below your max hit points?
Yeah, he's doing a death saving roll.
Please do a death saving throw.
That's a success.
1 success for Adrian. Steven looks anxious.
Steven does not like this.
Aww. It's the boss battle, Steven. Amonust, it's your turn. Fang just parrot slashed the crap out of Adrian.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my action surge on this, and I rolled a crit 20.
Okay, describe what you're doing. Did you walk forward through the workbenches with your lightning and frost blades?
Yes, I immediately see that this bird has attacked one of my party members and dealt a lot of damage, and my face goes steely dark, and I'm angry, and I draw up my swords and ignite them with their lightning and ice energies, and jump forward and make 5 quick slashes at this bird. And my hit rolls are nat 20, 1,
Miss.
17, 14, and 23.
Miss, hit.
So the 17 misses and the 14 misses? Okay. So then my total damage for this turn is 38 magical slashing damage. Does this thing have any resistances to like weaknesses or resistances to ice or lightning?
Damage immunity's cold?
Immune to cold? Yeah. Okay, then actually that is a 34.
Okay. He took some damage. I wrote down his new hit points. Is that the end of your turn, Amonust?
Yes, it is.
Do you say anything to him?
No, I'm not really feeling communicative now.
Fang says, Mariam, you just didn't see the potential in what we had. And Mariam's just going to whimper. After Amonust, it's Crud Jr.
Crud Jr. is going to say, hey guys, remember this one? And he yells, Immolation! And he needs to make a dex.
6.
That's going to be a failure. So that's going to be 32 damages, and he is on fire.
The parrot is on fire. He squawks through the flames. He's still standing. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, he's going to make sure How far away would you say he is right now from the fight? 30 feet?
Yeah, 30 feet.
He's going to back up another 30.
Are you seeking partial cover in the hallway?
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. You have +3 to your AC from the cover.
Good, because my AC can help use all the help it can get.
Wizards. After Crud Jr., it's Steven. The parrot is now on fire and going scraw.
All right. Well, if he's busy with the flames, I was walking up to the parrot, so I guess I'm pretty close to Amonust and Adrian, who just fell.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna run to Adrian, quickly put a hand on his forehead, and throw 20 hit points into his forehead from my Leona hands.
Whoa. Adrian, are you back up?
Well, if he's doing a healing spell, he just resets me to 0, then get 20 points, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just giving you 20 hit points so you come back up. And then as a free action, I will pull out my Morning Star then, give it a spin, and as a bonus action, I will take one of my spell slots and cast Branding Smite. So my entire, the top, like the ball, macy, spiky part of my Morning Star lights up in flames as I'm ready for my next turn. And I will kind of stand above Adrian, shielding him with my own shield until he's able to stand on his 2 feet and help us fight.
And you're 3 feet tall. That's adorable.
That's what I do.
After Steven, it's Fang's turn. Fang sees you standing over the body of Adrian, and Fang claw attacks you. His options are to do a claw attack or to do a who's a pretty bird attack. So 6 hits. So Steven, these are going to be a 30 to hit, a 26 to hit, a 17 to hit, a 22 to hit, an 18 to hit, and a crit.
They all hit except the 17.
So, Amonust, you've got that dice roller out. Can you roll 10d6 for me?
Sure.
11, because there's a crit.
Will do.
Actually, you might need to roll them separately because I'll have to roll concentration checks for every hit.
Oh, gosh.
No,
Because
you
of my
still have to
spell.
do it. Doesn't matter how much damage you take. Oh, yeah, because it's half
Each
that.
is an
Because it's 6
individual.
attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just
Sorry
roll
about
them
that.
out here.
It's a different one.
The first attack is 15 damage.
I maintain concentration.
The second attack is 12 damage.
I maintain it still.
The third attack is 20 damage.
I'm still concentrated.
The fourth attack is 11 damage.
I'm not concentrating anymore.
Oh. The fifth attack is that one that's the crit. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Is 19 damage.
Okay. Let me pull out my calculator. Because if you remember, I took some hits before.
Oh, yeah, you didn't do any healing during your short rest before the show.
I didn't know that was a short rest. I didn't think of heals. Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Oh, Steven's down! This was a parrot's vicious slashing attack with its feet. That's not good. After Fang, it's Mariam's turn. Mariam screams.
Well, Fang needs to do a saving throw, a dex saving throw.
Oh, at the end of his turn he does?
Yep.
Because he's on fire?
Because he's on fire.
He rolled a 13.
That is a failure.
Does he take more damage?
Yes, he does. That is going to be a 15 damage.
Noted. He took it. Whew. Parrots are strong. After Mariam, it's Enzo. Enzo's on the ground, unconscious and tied up. His yellow bound wrists and claws are tied with hempen rope. Then it's Adrian's turn. Adrian, you're back up.
Adrian stands up, looks at him. Sonny, you shouldn't have done that. And does flurry of blows on him.
Oh.
So that 21 to hit.
Hits.
28 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, that was a natural 20, by the way. 15 to hit. 11 to hit.
11 misses.
Okay. 17 to hit.
Misses.
And 25 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. So...
If it helps, the parrot's natural armor is 18.
Yeah, that would have been good to know earlier.
It does.
Sorry, guys.
And that is going to be 24 damage.
I've noted the new hit points of Fang. Fang Mallet. Is that the end of your turn, Adrian?
Yeah, I think that's all he can do. Monk is new.
Okay. Very new. Amonust, it's your turn. Steven's down.
All
He's
right.
lying on the ground. He's dying.
I cannot do a whole lot about that, but I figure I can end this fight quickly. I did roll better this turn, so I only have 3 hits, but the hits are a 26, a 20, and a crit that comes out to 30. I think those all hit.
Those all hit.
And we ignore the frost damage from 1, but we still have a total of 41 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it is.
Fang the parrot gets slashed by your lightning blade, I guess?
Yeah, well, it gets slashed by the ice one, too. It just doesn't take any cold damage.
Yeah, which sizzles and, what do burned feathers smell like? It smells like that.
Yeah.
Fang goes, rah! Are you done with your turn?
Yep, that's all I can do.
Crud Jr. Steven is dying. What do you do?
Well, I'm 90 feet away from him, so I really can't, and I'm not a healer. So I can't really do anything like that. So I'm going to just throw a lightning bolt at Fang. So he needs to make a dex saving throw.
11.
That is a failure. So that is going to be 29 damages to his brain.
Noted. The lightning bolt sears, and he goes zzz. He shakes a little bit with the lightning.
And anything that isn't on fire around him is now on fire.
Oh my. The workshop's going down. Is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. After Crud Jr., it's Steven. Steven, please make a death saving throw. Also, you're on fire now.
What?
No, anything that's worn is not on fire.
Okay. Got it.
I succeeded on my first death save.
Okay. And that was Steven's turn. After Steven, it's Fang, who's going to look around at how the workshop is kind of a mess right now. Fang is going to use his claw attack to grab a box. It's kind of like a well-made jewelry box, except on the inside, instead of a ring or a necklace, it has a moldavite, or an imitation moldavite. Fang grabs that in his left foot, and with his right foot and wings, he launches himself up into the air at the skylight in this room.
Opportunity attack.
Adrian makes an opportunity attack. Steven, you're down. You can't make an opportunity attack. Amonust, you probably
Can I make an opportunity attack?
No, but I think Amonust can.
Yeah, Amonust, go ahead.
Both of those hit.
Opportunity attack is just one, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just one of your swords.
Oh, I only get to make one swing, even though the one action is still 2 hits?
It's one weapon attack.
Okay, alright. So...
Oh, you know what? I've been rolling the wrong damage for...
That's understandable. You just acquired this character an hour ago.
11 damage.
I should have been doing a whole lot more.
That's okay. I statted this fight for 3 people. 11 damage as Amonust slashes with the lightning sword one more time at Fang Mallet. Adrian, how much damage do you do? Is it 43?
No. No, it's not. I mean, it's only one hit. 10.
10. So, with 33 life points left, Fang escapes, bursting through the skylight in a spray of glass as
He's
he
still
launches
on fire.
himself.
He needs to make his save.
Yeah. So let me see if he's still on fire. 10?
No, he's still on fire.
Okay, he's still on fire. How much damage does he take? Is it 33?
No, 18.
18. Oh, dang.
Do I have time to make a bow shot before he escapes?
No, that was the sword thing that you did. That was your...
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know how long it takes him to get out of here.
1 round as Fang bursts out of the skylight, and with 15 hit points left, he made it out of the fight. Now, whether or not that fire gets him later, we don't know, because there's an erupting sound of glass, and you're all showered in the particles that rain down from the sky. Everyone, dex saving throw for glass shards. Steven, disadvantage?
That's just
hits you? It just hits you.
I automatically fail death saves with this, so it's just 1 failure for me.
Yeah, Steven gets a failure as glass kind of injures him from the skylight. Steven's not looking good.
Total is 10.
You fail too.
How much damage do I take?
7 damage.
All right.
Crud Jr. and Adrian?
Adrian is 26.
You pass. You don't take any damage.
Crud Jr. is 17.
Adrian dives under a table and Crud Jr. just raises his burlap hood and they're both fine. Amonust gets cut by glass as his electric sword slashes Fang and his arm is stretched out. So you get cut in the arm that you stretched out to make that opportunity attack. Steven, you're on the ground. The glass just hits you. Adrian sticks his head out from the workbench that he jumped behind. Oh, Miriam. Oh gosh. Mariam's also gonna make a dex saving throw. No, that's a nat 20. She's fine. She just is not hit by glass.
Adrian is going to step out and use a medicine check to stabilize Stephen.
Tit for tat. You helped him. He helps you.
24 for medicine.
That passes.
Okay.
He's good with medicine. It's a +7.
That's good. I'm glad someone is.
Yay! Thank you for CPR.
Do you do it again? Steven, you can do one. Back on your turn.
I mean, I don't need to roll anymore. He stabilized me. I'm still at 0, though.
All right. So Steven is at 0, but stable. Amonist, what do you do?
Can we... going after the bird is out of the option, right? I can't get out of that skylight.
Do you fly?
I cannot fly. Actually, I activate my fly figurine. I want to chase down this bird. I activate my fly figurine, and it turns into a giant fly with a fly speed of 60 feet.
Okay, how, like an actual giant fly? It says giant fly?
Yeah, it's a giant fly. It's actually like a mount that I can ride to fly.
Okay, look up the size of a giant creature. D&D.
Giant fly. It is not giant size. It's giant for a fly. In the picture in the book, it was like roughly horse sized.
So not skylight sized? Like a horse going through a skylight wouldn't happen.
How big was the skylight?
How big was the bird? If the bird went through, then...
The bird had human shoulder width. So like if you flap your wings, put them down at your side, you can get through. Yeah.
I see.
A horse is a bit bigger though.
No, this thing's way too big to fit through a small skylight.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not happening then.
So you have a fly in the room.
Great.
It buzzes at the skylight and then buzz. Doesn't get through.
Okay. All right, fine.
Horse sized. No, it's a literal horse fly. Hey.
Oh, all right. So I'm going to turn to the woman who I've restrained down to the desk and say, all right, what do you know about all this?
Let's see if she can talk right now. Sure. She stutters and turns to you and goes, what just happened? Who are you? What?
Okay, well, I think that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Well, everyone's stable. Are you able to give Steven any hit points? Or is he just going to remain unconscious?
No, there's no hit points given.
Crud Jr. doesn't have any way to give people hit points?
Crud Jr.? I thought you were talking to Adrian.
Yeah, anybody.
Can I do a medicine check to give him some hit points?
No.
I mean, I'm stable, but I'm not awake, so I can't heal myself yet.
I can give him a potion to get him to love me.
I mean, wait, I have Keotin's ointment. Heals 2d8 plus 2. I think it's the only thing I can do.
Yeah, that would work.
A little bit of a... Yeah, I know. It's kind of pricey, but okay. All right. So I am going to use that, and you get 2d8 plus 2. So let me roll those.
It's probably right around 10.
14.
Yay! All right, so I come back up at 14. The minute I'm awake, I'm going to rub my own forehead and give myself my last... I'm going to give myself 29 more hit points.
All right. And Amonust, please subtract 1 use from Kyotum's.
I did.
I think it has 3 uses.
It did have 3. Now it has 2.
Whew, that was a thing, guys. Where's the bird? Did we get it?
Nope.
Crud Jr. forgot he had a bunch of potions.
I do?
Yeah. Leech
Well,
capsules, but potions, yeah.
I have what?
Leech capsules.
Oh, I forgot all. Oh, yeah, I did forget about those.
It's okay.
It's okay, I'm alive.
You're
no
alive.
one's hurt. So, did we get the bird? Is it still on fire?
Crud Jr., you can fly, right?
Crud Jr. walks on the roof. No.
Okay, well, you can do that. Do you want to go check out up that skylight and see if you can see what happened to the bird? Did it burst into flames and drop down somewhere?
Crud Jr. peeks his head out the skylight. Does he see him?
Did an 18 pass?
Yes.
No, you don't see a dead bird on fire on the roof. That is a great last roll. Yeah, you rolled an 18 on the dice. +1 is 19. So the fire went out when Fang burst through the skylight, and Fang soared away into the sky.
Do I see a smoke trail? Can I track him?
Perception. It's nighttime, right?
Yeah, but I got dark vision.
Yeah.
That's 60 feet. So with the dash action, he could have gone more than 60 feet away. So it looks dark, is what I'm going to say.
Whatever.
That's a no.
Okay. Well, let's take these two back to the opera house and turn them in.
Yeah, let's start with that. So, did you know that parrot person for very long? Do you know, like, where he lives, or, I guess, roosts?
Who are you asking? Because one of you is unconscious. So Enzo is tied up, unconscious, and can't answer you.
Okay,
No.
So we'll ask the woman as we're carrying them back up.
Her hands are affixed to a table.
Oh, I can remove that. I reach over and can someone be ready with some rope here?
Oh, sure.
Okay. I remove the immovable rods. Do you want to tie her up there?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, another hempen rope, DC 17 to escape.
Yeah, big Boy Scout not.
Amonust says it'll be all right. You'll have a fair discussion with the police, and if they deem that you're innocent, you'll be free to go.
Tell me what you do, adventurers.
Well, I wanted to ask her if she knew anything about the parrot, like where we'd be able to find him, maybe, or how long they've known him. Anything that could help kind of finish the job and bring back the chest he flew away with.
He was our financial backer. When Enzo approached me to start distributing the imitation Moldavite that I make to the public to sell it as a good, Fang was the one who bought us this warehouse and store.
Oh, so he's pretty wealthy.
Yeah, we would just meet here and, make them, package them, and sell them. It was a good business. Started up about 3 months ago.
Oh, that makes sense. That's when the other devices stopped selling well.
I just thought I was helping people record memories of songs that they liked.
It's fine. You were tricked into this, and we'll make sure to testify in your favor on that regard. We still have the trouble of finding that bird now. Where do we think he might go?
She shrugs. She just doesn't know.
Crud Jr. pipes up. I've been through this before. We will never know.
I guess we could always see if he bought the building. Maybe there's a record.
You could look into that. Do we have any sort of you, the wizard? Do we have any tracking spells or ways to spy on people? Can we maybe use one of the recording devices? Get sounds from where he is?
He did take one with him.
All right, let's try this.
Yeah, I'm a destructive wizard, just so you know, not a finding people wizard. You notice big fireballs?
I noticed the big fireballs, but my best friend's a witch, and even if she does big fireballs as well, she has a couple of other stuff in her back pocket just in case. But it's fine if you don't. I'll just walk up to the table. I'll grab one of the devices that were being packaged. And, I mean, I know we can ask for songs, but, like, play me whatever Fen is doing.
It makes no sound. Mariam says...
I wonder if they have video.
Mariam says, no, you have to say its name.
Its name... Isn't Feng his name?
The crystal's name, she says. Silly.
Oh, Moldavite? Okay, Moldavite. Play me whatever Fang is doing.
Moldavite plays you the sound of whistling air.
Alright, so let's go back upstairs and I'll just keep listening until I hear him say where he is, I guess.
Or maybe we'll hear noises from the city that we recognize.
Yeah, like I'll start paying... I don't know anything about this city, so one of you should listen to this.
We do.
You hear the sound of whistling air.
Okay, so he's still flying. Let's keep that just in case, and we can maybe check in on that sound later. In the meantime, should we go back up? Bring them someplace?
We should bring them back to the Opera House.
Oh, good.
How are you transporting the unconscious Enzo and the hands tied up Mariam?
If I take 10 minutes, I am able to cast Find Steed, and I will summon a mount that will help us carry the person.
I have the giant fly, too.
Oh, do you want to use your giant fly instead so I can save that spell?
Sure.
Cool, thank you.
I toss Enzo up on top of the giant fly. He kind of hangs over the saddle like a sack of grain.
Yep. Crud Jr. I assume that you put the fire out on the workbench, the little things that were smoldering, just a little bit. The packaging material and the...
It'll go out on its own.
Okay.
With wisdom saving throws from a workbench? I don't know, it might burn for a while.
No, that's just normal fire. It'll go out on its own.
Oh, okay.
Might burn for a little bit. Might go out.
I turn to the woman and I say, well, what's it gonna be? Are you walking or are you up on the fly too?
She says, I'll walk.
All right. So let's lead them out of here. I grab onto her bound wrists and start pulling her along, gently, of course. And we march. At least I march out of this basement with the giant fly walking behind me, with Enzo on the saddle.
Okay. Where do you go?
Opera House.
Yeah.
It's late at night. The Opera House is mostly empty. A cat is sleeping curled up on the red velvet cushion of the all-around furniture, round sofa thing. There are some people cleaning up debris from the crowd that was here earlier. But other than that, it's mostly empty.
Okay, so since she's my friend, I'll walk up to Miss Pipluck and try as gently as possible to wake her up.
Her whiskers twitch before you can reach out for her head. She raises her head and goes, meow?
Hi, it's us. We found the culprit. He flew away, but we have accomplices and we can kind of explain what's been going on.
She sits up regally, like a cat can, and says, oh, the fire-breathing kittens have solved the case. What do you say to her?
I explained the whole thing. Point at the people that Amonust brought on his big fly, and explain what the parrot was doing. That he was using the cheaply made devices as spying tech.
Pipaluk says to Mariam, she listens to your entire story and then she turns and says to Mariam, so you didn't know that these were all connected and sharing, that they're peer-to-peer devices that share the music from one to another? And Mariam goes, no, I just thought I was making a way for people to preserve their memories in song. I didn't know. And she's crying now. It's been some time. And she has had some emotions. Tears are rolling down her cheeks.
I feel bad for her. Can we at least untie her? We know she didn't do anything wrong. She didn't know.
It's your rope.
I think we need to at least let the police talk to her first.
Oh, definitely, but she's not a threat. Maybe at least, loosen it up a bit.
You can do what you like. I'm not loosening anybody's ropes. I've learned that lesson.
Fine, I'll go back to the cat and pet her.
Aww. Well, the cat needs to hop down off of the cushion and call the police. And as the police arrive and all of this is being sorted out, is that where you guys want to wrap this up? Or do you have anything else to do?
I think that's everything.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't catch the parrot, but I think we put a good stop to his operations.
Mm.
Whew, that was a thing.
Crud Jr., Adrian, anything you guys want to do?
No.
Okay, everyone here receives 2,500 gold
Woo!
from Pipaluk Yulayev, the master of the Niqamui Opera House. Amonust, anything you want to do before we wrap up?
What are you suggesting?
I'm just asking everyone if...
I ask our kitten friend if the Fire-Breathing Kittens is now officially the mascots of the Kitten Opera House, and if we can come back and visit at some point.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I help him with that? Because I'd
With
very much like to come
advantage.
back. Yay!
That's good, because the first one was a nat 1. Persuasion. Oh, there it is. 14.
Okay, with a 14, she says, sure, half-price tickets for the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild in the future.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm gonna see so many musicals.
Aw. Joining us this time were Adrian,
I'm expendable.
Amonust,
I'm not.
Crud Jr.,
Whatever.
Steven,
I almost died, but I'm fine.
and your DM. Bye-bye! Thank you for listening to this episode of the Fire-Breathing Kittens podcast. You can find more adventures on Amazon.com in the bookstore, Fire-Breathing Kittens, all one word, podcast. That's right, you can curl up with a good book based on one of our podcast episodes. The authors do a really great job of adapting them into fun novels. And did you know that we have webcomics? Look for the adventures of Fire-Breathing Kittens on webtoons.com. We also have official merchandise on redbubble.com. Yes, that's right, you really can own a notepad with the Fire-Breathing Kitten logo on the front. Or one of your favorite characters. Go to redbubble.com and search for works from your favorite characters such as Frath, Amonust, Azreen, and more. And we've got a review.
Right. We've got a review. Let me get to it. Sorry, I didn't have it in front of me. There it is. We got a review from... Oh, his name isn't in here. He says, paladins are cool. They say, sorry. I just gendered that person. Sorry about that. We got 5 stars saying, loving this podcast. Characters are colorful and funny, and the self-contained format makes it easy to listen to and jump in at any point. Special heart goes to Moxie. What a character.
Thank you for that review, anonymous person. Bye-bye.
Bye.